Okay, we're here, folk. Did you get up?
Ain't no stopping us now. Saturday morning, the sun is shining, and here we are on the Automotive Ed Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. Don't know what you're doing today, but if you're in the market for a new car, you're a luxury brand shopper, you're a certified pre-owned shopper, just looking for a good quality pre-owned automobile, we are here today live. Did I tell you live?
Maybe.
Crest Volvo in Frisco, 121 on the tollway. If you go to crestvolvocars.com today, you'll see all the great specials that they have. And when you look, they have the sign and drive event, nothing down, nothing due at signing, and zero first payment, which is always required when it comes to leasing. But here at Crest Volvo, 6020 State Highway 121 in Frisco. What you do is you just go down. If you're traveling west,
This ought to be interesting.
You'll take the North Tollway exit, stay on the service lane, and pull in. If you're heading east, it's real simple. What I did was I took Legacy and took a left, and then the very first right, and it put me right here.
Right, and if you're coming from the other direction, you take a right on Legacy and take a right at whatever they street there, the first light.
Well, no. Are you sure?
If you're coming and going south on, what is this, George Bush? Not George Bush. What is this?
121. That would be east or west, not south.
Okay, well, if you're going that way.
See, there's the problem. Bo is so quick to correct me on directions, and he doesn't know whether he's north, south, east, or west.
But I think I'm right, because when I get off to come here on, it's not George Bush, but whatever that is.
121.
But they call it something
Sam
else.
Sam Rayburn.
Okay, thank you. That's what I'm asking. When you get on Sam
Rayburn.
Yeah, but
it's only Sam Rayburn starting over here.
Okay.
This is 121.
Well, as soon as you hit the tollway, it's Sam Rayburn.
Not true.
Okay.
But go ahead.
We're here for the next 4 hours discussing how we're going to get here. But it is at Legacy and
right between the Dallas North Tollway and Legacy on 121.
Right here.
Yeah. CrestVolvoCars.com is a place. I mean, what a great way to start out getting a vehicle with no money down, no first payment, nothing due at signing, and drive off in a brand new car.
Man, that's
the way to go.
I don't even know what anybody would think could be asked of them to do anything.
Yeah,
different.
No expense.
Crazy.
Yeah. So joining me as usual, the man of every direction, Big Wheels Bo Carver.
The GPS of the Automotive Edge Radio Show.
Yeah. I'll tell you, if we had no cell phones and nothing on our cars, and you were my co-pilot with a Maps Go, I'm not sure how that worked out.
Well, and I did this for 10 years. I was a limousine driver, mainly drove town cars, but we had a couple big accounts and drove those more than I did limos. And I used that book.
Oh,
all
I did
the time.
100%.
And it got to the place where you just, once you got the feel of it and how to do it, if you've never used a Maps Go, you're in for a real treat.
Yeah, I was, when I was younger, I worked for a company called Cardinal Car Rental, and we had the GSA contract, which was government.
Right.
And we picked up people. Our office was right outside of Love Field, and we would pick people up, and they would say, hey, we need to go here, there, wherever, and you picked up your Maps Go, and you took them there, and then they checked in, you waited on them, and then brought them back to get their car. And it was a Maps Go, buddy. You asked what the street was, you looked it up, you found the coordinates, and boom, you're on the road.
Yeah, that's pretty cool right there. Now, Jim Wagner says that 120 runs north and south, northeast and southwest. So thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Jim.
Thank you for the correction of
Mr.
Chase. He doesn't understand how these things works.
121 run. Boy, you and Jim need to be hanging out.
When I get on here off of 35, it says go north on Sam Rayburn. It doesn't say go east or west. It says go north or south.
Sure it does.
And that's going south.
Sure it does.
That's not going west. It's going southwest.
This way here is going
This way is
west.
going southwest.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
that's going northwest, and that's going southeast.
You are just, you need to, whatever you're doing, don't do it no
No,
more.
that's east, and that's west. Not that's okay. Google it.
Wow.
Google Volvo, Crest Volvo cars.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's so when it says to go north.
Look, 121 and George Bush both run parallel east and
For a
west.
while. Yes, they do.
And there's one place where it turns to go south, and that's going through Grapevine. So you and Jim need to cool
Then
it.
why would the
The
sign?
majority of
Why would the
121.
sign say when I exit on that in Louisville off of 35E, it says take the north exit, go north on the Sam Rayburn Tollway? Why would it say that?
I have no idea.
Well, you better call whoever runs those signs and tell them they need to correct that. Thank you, Jim, for the
I don't know why
correction.
my show isn't showing up here.
Oh, here, let me see. Where you at?
Anyway, you can find us at 6020 State Highway 121 while Jim and Bo are going north, south, east, and west. Just put it in your map, whatever map system you use, you'll get us here. Hey, we got a great show coming up for you today. Got a whole lot of information for you to absorb and share. A lot of people calling me this week, and it's amazing how many people are still on the bubble believing that they're going to get that best deal the last week of December. And let me give you a little insight on that. This was a very late release for 2026 models. Very late release. Usually in July, we start seeing 2026s come in shortly after. And here we are in October. You would think it's still summer with 88 degrees today. But the 26s are now coming in to the lots and in numbers where they were just coming in. Now the lots are really getting loaded up with 2026s, and the 2025s. There's still a good amount out there. As I go around, last 2 weeks I've been over 20 dealerships, and there's still a really good amount of 2025 vehicles out there for sale that they're really discounting, really working on to get them off their floor plan in their lot to get loaded up for the 2026s. And I will tell you this, I don't see these kind of massive discounts overall across the board on 2026 models unless you're, Eldorado Chevrolet at $16,000 off a brand new Chevy Silverado. The trucks are going to be a different deal. They always have been. They always will be. When you take your Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, Ram, different ball game. But when you go across the board and you take a look at all the luxury brands and all the standard brand cars, domestic imports, you're not seeing these massive discounts and rebates. You are seeing a really, really, really good lease programs coming out. And the reason being is that we've got millions of cars that were not traded in, that they bought the residuals and kept the automobiles and bought the residuals and financed them because the rates went down. They knew the car. They looked at the price on the residual and knew they could not buy that car at that price with these miles and a car that they were familiar with because they've had it for 3 years. So they bought the residual and they've maintained and kept the automobile. So a little bit different situation there. When you back up when we had the virus, there was over 2.5 million cars that did not get traded in because there was no inventory.
Well, people weren't driving either.
Yeah, they bought the residual, kept the car, and then there was a lot of people that did trade in their car when they could, or sold their car and found out that they had a ton of equity because the used car market was through the roof because there was no new cars getting to the car lots. Different times. So we'll weed through that for you. Find the automobile that you're looking for. All you have to do is go to theautomotiveedge.com. Send me a message. We'll get you hooked up and get you in the right direction. There's still a lot of great deals out there. The used car market is still very, very strong. I didn't go to one dealer the last 2 weeks that said I'm fine on used cars. Not one.
But that's probably been the case for several years now, right?
Yeah. Kurt, I need used cars. I need used cars. They're going online, and they're you got tens of thousands of people online bidding the same car.
Well, I think a lot of people there. I think a lot of people too are, because of the price of the newer ones, that they can get maybe a 2-year-old model that's still maybe certified pre-owned or whatever else. I don't know how far they go back in time with that, and still get a phenomenal car for a lot less money.
They are.
And that's kind of another problem there, I think, too, with on the new side. So even though that people still may be needing a vehicle, they may not be buying something brand new.
Yeah, well, the depreciation based on rebates and incentives, and over the last couple of years, there hadn't been a lot of them. The market is still very, very good on the pre-owned automobiles.
Right.
And so a lot of people are going, let's take a look at new versus pre-owned, and you really have that really good separation now, which you didn't before, even with CPO versus new, which is certified pre-owned, to make that car buying decision. We got a whole lot coming up for you. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. We'll be right back.
Hey, Dad Greg.
Hey, Dad Greg.
What's
Good morning,
going on?
my beautiful cousin Dorothy Noon, sending love.
Yes, sir.
I talked with Eddie a little bit during the football game with the Giants beating the Eagles. What a great football game.
Yeah, who knows about that? I think Washington may be the best team in that division.
Well, they got some big games coming up, so we're going to find out. They're playing the Chicago Bears, who are on a roll right now, and then they got the Eagles coming up, Green Bay coming up. They got some games ahead of them. We'll see who rolls up. But I tell you what, they shut down Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts, get this, he hasn't had an interception in 305 passes, and they picked him twice the other night. And the Giants look good. That running back they got for the Giants, man, that guy is like a boy. He's just mean. He's just like this thick block of concrete that they end up.
Earl Campbellish.
Ooh, he is something special.
So we now look at the Cowboys beating them as maybe a success.
Don't know.
Well, Cowboys look good the other day.
Yeah, they're playing the freaking Jets.
Well, that's a good reason.
0-5.
That's a good time to look good, isn't it?
We'll see. They're playing the Panthers tomorrow, and the running back that they Dowdle that they let go is one of the top rushers in the NFL.
He's gonna run all over them.
And playing for the Panthers in one top rushers.
Yeah.
So we'll see how all that plays out, and who knows? We'll find out, though.
Yeah. They play early, or
noon game. Morning. Good, you?
So Dorothy's team is the Giants, I guess.
I think most of them up are Giant fans, and some few Jet fans.
Yeah,
there's some family that does live in Pennsylvania that are some Eagle fans. I think Nancy's an Eagle fan. I don't know how many of them up there are Buffalo fans.
Well, that team's going to be hard to beat. That Ravens team has been a shock, hasn't it?
Oh.
What are they, like 1-4?
Yeah, they've been getting their brain bit out. And it's you know what really bothers me is the Chiefs, who've been a dynasty forever. People had you had the Patriots, but
right.
I'm tired of seeing the Patriots. I'm not. I love seeing dynasties.
Well, they're coming back. They look good the other day.
And now here you had Patrick Mahomes, going to the Super Bowl and doing what he's doing. I'm so tired of the Chiefs. Why?
Well, the only reason I was tired of them is watching the thing that they would show every time they were on.
Oh my God! Now that got out of hand.
It was just it made me sick to my stomach, and it affected how I felt about the team overall. I know it probably wasn't their fault. That's more the league or whoever's whoever's dictating that scenario. So that it probably wasn't had related to the team, but it did affect the team, and in my opinion, because people got tired of seeing it. I got to where I didn't even want to watch any of those games.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to watch any of them.
And then they had a nickname for something. I forgot what it was called. Swifties or
Swifties.
Like, enough's enough.
And then we got
nobody cares.
Then we got this,
and you know what? I got nothing. I think she's one of the most beautiful women.
Well, we disagree
in
on
music.
that.
I think she's just a stunning.
Well, we totally.
And I think as she gets older, she gets prettier.
Well, maybe she needs to.
Needs to.
I totally disagree with that.
Oh, I think she's just a stunning lady. Well, not as pretty as my wife, but stunning.
No, come on, man.
And she's 38, just gets prettier.
Okay.
Kelsey's done good.
Yeah.
You just don't like her music because you can't sing to it or dance to it.
Well, I mean, thanks to me, I just don't think she's all that great. I think there's a lot many others that are better.
Oh, what a hater. If she wasn't on all the Kansas City games, you wouldn't say that. You're just a hater.
I tell you, Did
you put haterade in your coffee?
I talked to people that's Graham's age and they can't stand her.
So that's what you go by. What other people
no,
say.
I have my own opinion.
You're getting in the car with all of them.
But they go like they have the same opinion, and those are young kids, younger guys.
So you're rolling with the younger kids.
I am. I'm a do my back. I'm gonna wear socks with my slippers.
214-787-1190 is the number. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show here on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network.
Good morning, Pam, Chase. Thanks for tuning in.
Want to say let's have a great day. The sun is shining, 88 degrees. You know what? I used to love going down to the West End on Texas OU weekend. The West End's turned into kind of a dump.
It's not fun down there. It's pretty dangerous, too.
Really, really sad. I mean,
especially around that Deep Ellum part and all. They have a lot of issues down there.
I used to go down to the Texas OU game with a couple buddies, and we had a blast. I've never been a big drinker, so I wasn't going down there getting drunk. There was enough of that going on. But hanging out with a bunch of my buds down there, and I was an OU fan. I was a Boz fan and Reggie Barnes fan, and I go on, and enjoyed being a Boomer Sooner. Was never a Texas fan, but I never disliked Texas. And I'm really, hoping that Manning, as much as they bragged on him to come in and play football, he's had a couple of terrible games. They went from number 1 in the nation. They're not even ranked now. Arch is having a tough time there.
I hope Oklahoma sends them back with their tails between their legs.
So I hope for a good football game.
See, number 6.
See, Oklahoma. You know what, Bo? I think everybody that's tuned in the show, y'all need to.
Dad Gress says I'm on Team Bo on this one with what's her face, Swifty.
Y'all need to start laying some hands and just put your hand on the radio and pray for Bo, because that's too. He's badgered Taylor Swift and he's badgered the Longhorns already this morning. Here we are. We're only in segment 2.
When you follow
and you're
some
becoming
of the
negative Nancy.
Okay, first of all, the Longhorns are the one that absolutely destroyed the Big 12 because their nonsense of that network that they wanted to have all the pie of. And then I've seen them act in certain ways in certain championship
games. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. Act in certain ways. What does that mean? What does that mean?
That school down there is so liberal, you can't even drive in the city without stinking. Come on, man.
What does that got to do with the university?
That's where they come out of. I don't care about it.
So you think all the players are liberal?
Yeah, probably are. They go there. Let's do a check.
Give me my hat back. I've had enough.
Let's check on them and see. Let's get their profile.
All right, everybody, do not send Bo any more haterade to put in his coffee.
Oh, and Matt Cather, look at him. Says hook him. Buddy, good to see you, man.
Love you, brother. Good to have
Yes,
Matt.
sir.
I miss you so much, Matt.
I'm going.
And hey, Matt, let me ask you a question. I threw your going away party. I made sure you were jerseyed up. I've always told you how much I love you, and you communicate with Bo and not me. I don't get it.
Because I call him. I pay attention to him. I'll
Wow.
give him some love. I don't know what you give.
So I hear you're out of radio and rocking and rolling and refereeing soccer. I hear that from your secretary over here.
And the fact that he's fixing airplanes. How about that?
Yeah. Good for you. Love you, brother, and good to have you with us this morning. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190.
And if what we're doing here, if you just tuned in on the radio and go, who are these guys talking to? Well, we have a live stream as well as being on the radio here every Saturday morning. It's on Facebook. You can go to Facebook and then search the Automotive Edge radio show, the Automotive Edge, and we're live streaming. You can see us, you can hear us, make comments, ask your questions. So that's what's happening. We're also on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/@theautomotiveedge, and also on LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, KURTCHASE, and they're all live streaming and the same, and those different formats identically to each other. So step in there, and we got a QR code that if you want to tap into the website, just take your phone and take a picture of that. And takes you right to the website. So we're good to go. Ty Gentman, good morning. Let's make a great day. Well,
yeah,
you just
morning,
made
my
it.
brother from another mother.
You just made
he just had his mom and dad in for the week, hanging out with him.
Alfred Montellano, mornings. He says,
hey,
thank
buddy.
you.
Hey, Alfred, I was just talking to Ricky Hinojosa, and I'm all healed up. My fractured vertebrae are healed. And he's going to put new grips on my golf clubs, and we all need to get together and swing. I got a bunch of free golf passes, so let's get together. Give that beautiful wife a hug for us and tell her we said hello. And Alfred, he's like one of the great guys from Irving.
Well, there's been a few.
I've got some great friends.
I think those Chase guys kind of ruined it for the city, but
yeah, they did. There's some of them. That Bobby Chase, he was a real.
That's funny.
I'm blaming it all on Bobby. Anyway, 214-787-1190. There are a bunch of consumers, I'm telling you right now, looking for cars, not trucks, not SUVs, cars. I have gotten more phone calls the last few weeks looking for a car. And so if you're driving a four-door sedan and it's in good shape, average 15, 18,000 miles a year, you're sitting on a pretty good, valuable bucket of bolts. I appraised a lot of cars this week.
That's been that way for a pretty good while, don't you think?
Yeah, when you look at all the numbers across the board where they're saying, the SUV market is doing this and doing that, and they say, well, the sedan market is down. You got to really look into that, because when they say the used car market, sedan cars are down, that's because they're not building many. And the ones that are building a lot of them are luxury brands. When you look at the full line of BMWs, look at the full line of Mercedes-Benz, look at the line of Lexus. These vehicles are Audi. They have cars. And you start looking at Ford doesn't have any cars anymore. Chevy's out of the car business. After the Malibu, the last ones are gone.
Man, I don't get it.
Dodge, no more cars. And so as the cars are going away and they say, well, cars are down this percent, that's because as time goes on and they discontinue, these numbers are down. But that doesn't mean that there's not a demand for them, and especially the younger people. The younger people are wanting cars. I didn't have one kid, and I say kids because of my age, young adults, that came to me and said, hey, Kurt, can you find me a nice SUV? Not one. Not one. Now, there were parents that went, well, my kid's going to school. They're going to haul some stuff, and we need a small SUV. What do you think about this, and this? And I'm going, well, okay, we'll find it. But the kiddos, it was amazing how many called and go, hey, Mr. Chase, I know my parents are looking for it, but is there a and I tell them, Nissan's got one of the best lineup of cars. When
yes,
you have the Sentra, the Versa, the Altima, and then if you want to go SUV, sporty, good looking for the right price, look at the Nissan Kicks.
Oh boy.
And so they got a great lineup of under $25,000.
Yeah, in the price range of a certified pre-owned for the most part.
Well,
And
pre-owned SUVs.
Yeah, in the ballpark.
They're up. When you look at the Nissan Rogue, you look at the Honda CRV, you look at the Mazda CX-5, you look at the RAV4. Some of these cars, they're bringing rain at the auction. It's amazing. I'm sitting there watching them, and I'm looking at MMR, and I'm watching them go above it, and I'm going, wow. Now, how do you got to sell it? Plus, you got to transport it, fees, and reconditioning, and then get it out for sale. It's good times out there, expensive depending on what you're looking for, inexpensive based on other make and model vehicles. Pickup trucks, that is the deal right now for the biggest savings all the way across the board. I was looking online at Grapevine Ford and looking at their numbers on their pickup trucks, really discounting. Chevrolet up to $16,000 off, plus a bunch of different rebates you can qualify for, could be even bigger. And then you look at Dodge, over Grapevine Dodge, 25% off MSRP on certain models, plus no payments for 90 days. That's the big push. And then you start taking a look at your Camrys, your Accords, not so much. You know, $500, $700, $750 incentive. But the good thing is the APRs are coming down. So there's a great balance. When you have zero APR, that sure is squashing any incentive that they might have on a lot of the cars, which is $750 to $1,500 on average, depending on the make and model, and the rest is low APR, which you want anyway. So we can help you with all that. I got a lot of people asking me. It's so funny. They say, "Hey, Kurt, what's the best deal out there?" The best deal, and I send it to them. They go, "Okay, other than that," and then I send them the next one. You know what they say?
What's other than that?
Other than that. And it doesn't change. I'm going, look, let me ask you a question. Design the perfect scenario.
Yeah, then let me know.
And then send it to me.
See if we can get it there.
Yeah. And so I had one that I sent them 6 cars, and I went, no, all the way through all 6. And I went, what are we missing here? I'm not sure. Okay. Well, we can still help you. I'm not giving up. It's people like you that keep me going strong, because I don't like to lose. We're going to find you a car. 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, it's great to see Matt on here, huh?
Love that guy.
He said to give him a call anytime. Of course, he works during the day.
The guy that's never going to grow old.
Oh, God, he's going to be 90 and still looks like he does today.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of gene makes that. I mean, how can somebody just always look so young like that?
I know. I guarantee he gets carded everywhere he goes. And how old is Matt? 30?
Yeah, at least, I think.
Wow. Must be nice.
Well, when we found out how old he was, we were both shocked. I thought he was about 20.
That's why I'm glad I have a wife that's 10 years younger.
Got that same, yeah?
Yeah, she always going to be pretty, and I'm getting old.
Well, I got the same issue. I mean, I got the same thing. Except, you know, he's going to get to the point one day when we're out and they're going to say, well, how's your daddy doing? Thanks for bringing your daddy out.
That's right.
I go, well, you know, I'm not her daddy, but
I wouldn't mind being Matt's dad.
No.
He'd be a good kid. Dad.
No, Matt's a great kid. Are you kidding me? He served in the military, got a great degree, and
smart.
Very smart and fun loving. Takes everything really serious, though. I mean, when he's in business, and I mean,
Matt don't play.
He
wants everything done right, put it together, move forward. That's why I loved having him as a producer. Boy, he would ride our butts if things weren't right. He got on us.
Why wouldn't you want anything different?
I wouldn't.
And he was, you know, he would be really upset at the station if things weren't right. I mean, he would go off. He didn't hold no punches, baby.
He'd call me and he'd go, "Hey, Kirk, can you get this right? Can you get this right? You're not." I'm like, "Okay, Matt."
Well, you gotta love that kind of guy. I'm telling you. And he's,
you know, I've been blessed to have a lot of great producers. When I started, 21 years ago, I still remember my first producer, Scott, when I had a little 30-minute show called the Texas Car Clinic. It was terrible. Them first few shows were terrible. And he kept going, "Kurt, get it right. And I went, I've never done this before,
Right.
Scott. And he
So
goes,
what
what do
am
you
I supposed?
mean?
What am I supposed to do to get it right?
I said, they just gave me a radio show. And he goes, what do you mean they gave you a radio show? And I said, can you help me? He goes, well, if you ask for help, you can get it. If you don't,
Yeah.
I went, okay, help.
Help. Here comes the white flag.
You know, I don't think 2 minutes into my very first show.
And he was ready to be over.
I said, do we take breaks? And he goes, and he did the sign, you know, like
Right,
break.
right.
And I went, okay, I want one of those. And he goes, the show
You still
just
got
started.
10 more minutes before we take a break.
Yeah.
Boy.
We went to break. I went out in the hallway and I grabbed Pete Thompson. I said, you get in here and help me. Pete was the president of Salem at that time for Christian Talk Radio, 660, 100.7, and the station you were on.
Right.
Well, we were both on.
Right.
And he goes, what? And I said, get in here. And I literally put my arm around his neck. He was coming in to help. He had a show called Consumer Magazine, and it was phenomenal. Pete is a great, great radio host. And he sat in there with me, and he goes, buddy, you'll be fine. I said, I dare you to move. I dare you.
Well, that's why when I started my show that I had like 5 people with me.
Yep.
It makes you feel a little more comfortable, but it sure wakes you up when you first get started. I'll tell you that.
Boogie Wonderland. 214-787-1190 is the number. Live today at, let me move this back just a little bit there. There we go. Live at Crest Volvo. Go to crestvolvocars.com. Check out all their specials. And here's the thing. If you go to my website, theautomotiveedge.com, or the Automotive Edge YouTube channel, you'll see me driving the XC60 and 90. And boy, did we have fun in those cars. I'm glad Duncan isn't here, the managing partner, because we drove those cars. We didn't play around. We drove them. And we did the full video. And I will tell you that Volvo isn't like anything else on the road. It's its own entity. There's a lot of cars that, yeah, there's some similarities. There's some really strong comparison, the ride, the drive, the handling. Not with a Volvo. For me, this is for Kurt, Volvo and Porsche are their own entities where they're not, I can't really compare them to anything. And I had a buddy, he went out and he drove a Porsche, wound up buying it. And he goes, you're right, there's nothing like this car. And that's what makes that vehicle really cool. So come out and experience and meet Duncan. He's the managing partner out here and his staff at Crest Volvo Cars. But in the meantime, let's talk about Driver's Edge Auto Repair. I just got this flyer in the mail. And you don't need one. You can still get the same price if you go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. $25 off of any service. $25 off of batteries. Man, batteries have gotten expensive.
Boy, I
remember
kidding,
when
I
unhooked my battery, called a buddy. We drove it up. They took the core. You had to have the core, the original battery. Right. And it was $25-$30.
No more than 50. Now it's like $250.
Ooh, it's expensive.
It's crazy.
Buy 2 services, get 1 free. Any oil change, wheel alignment, fuel injection flush, brake flush, coolant flush. Buy 2 of those services, you get 1 free. That's like a meal deal at Chili's.
You want to supersize it?
That's right. And then they're going to take and find out your engine check for nothing. Buy 3 struts, get 1 free. Save up to $180 on tires. I got to tell you what. And when you buy the tires, you get an alignment for $89.
Ooh, wow! That's
no one's doing alignments for $89. I can promise you that. And then $39.99 oil change, full synthetic oil. Get that, $39.99 oil change,
That's
full
crazy.
Synthetic oil. Every Tuesday in October, take another $5 off the oil change. And Goodyear, here's the thing, you're going to see a lot of stuff about tires with Driver's Edge. They're in the tire business, and you don't have to go to the big box place and drive all over looking for great tire prices. You get it right here at Driver's Edge Auto Repair. $89 alignment brake services starting at $250. That's cheap. Average brake job is about $750. You get it all. And here's the thing too. Drive now, pay later. If you have a big repair, a transmission, big engine repair, they have financing available. You take out the Driver's Edge auto service card and pay over time. And there's a lot of people, that don't have the outlay in cash when their transmission goes out. A buddy of mine just went out on his, and it was almost $7,000. And so, and then I had one that happened a few months ago. He did the same thing and then paid off the credit card and didn't get any interest charge or anything on it. So the place, mydriversedge.com, to find a location nearest you and look at their coupons. So everything I just told you is on their coupon on the website. You just click coupons, and there they all are. Download it onto your phone and take it in with you, because there's some big ones. You can save a lot of money. That's mydriversedge.com. Sponsor the show for 21 years and over 23 locations to help you with your service needs. It's mydriversedge.com. All right. And plus, this whole month, they're donating money to breast cancer.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yep. You got to like it. 214-787-1190. If you got a comment, a question, you just want to talk to Bo. You got nothing better to do today.
If you need directions to where you're going today, just give me a call.
Call me.
We'll help you with that.
You and Jim are going to get them,
Jim and I know where we're going, and Jim and I will help them get there. If you call Kurt, you'll be going around in circles for the day.
All right, I'm going to grab my buddy, and then we're going to do a scavenger hunt.
See who gets there first.
We're going to use coordinates and see who gets there.
That'd be fun. We could video that.
All right. Hey, do me a favor. When we're talking cars and everything, one thing that we need to do is make sure that your credit, you know what it is. And we talk about this a lot on the radio show, and I talk a lot about this with consumers is Kurt's mantra is what?
Know before you go.
Always.
Doesn't matter what it is. If what you need to know for your trade, what you're looking for maybe to buy, whether it's, buying, selling, leasing, parts, service, bodywork, tires, wheels, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I had a phone call on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was, and they said, hey, found the car, thank you, love the dealership, I'm heading into finance, can't thank you enough. And so they contacted me and said, hey, here's my interest rate. And I'm going, well, what's your credit score? And they said, well, I don't know. I said, well, here's the thing. The dealership, and I want everybody to know this, they don't have to give you a copy of the bureau. They don't. They give you a sheet that tells you where you fall, but they subscribe to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and then they keep your records for 7 years. So they scan everything into their computer system. They used to store all the paperwork, but they scan all the paperwork where they have your signatures, and then they store it. And they are not required by law or you getting mad and aggravated to give you a copy of your bureau. They're not.
Are they? And they're not even required to tell you what it is either, is it?
They are.
Oh, yeah. They are to tell you what it is? Okay. So
and you know what? A good dealer is going to say, hey, here's your credit score. But I get people that they get into finance and then they go, okay, I don't want the deal. Hey, I want all the paperwork because that's my information with my signature. Yeah. It don't work that way. You went into a licensed place of business, and they have to keep that on record for 7 years. They're not even required to give you a copy of anything if you're not buying. But if you are buying, they give you a copy of everything but your credit score, your credit bureaus. They're not required. Some will. I've got some dealers, they'll print it off and go, hey, here you go, no big deal. But when you go in there and I still get this going, oh, well, I signed everything. This is my I want it all back. No, because if there's ever an audit, they have to show that you come into the dealership and you signed everything and gave it to them, and they're going to keep it. And so stop that. If you're one of those people that believe that's the way it works, that's not the way it works. But know your score. So when they get in the business office saying, call me back with the rate, and I went, something's not right. I said, what is your score? So they go back in and say, hey, where did I fall on my credit score? And they said, well, you fell between here and here. And so they step back in. I was like, look, you need to tell them you're not taking rate, there's a big incentive, that you want somewhere around this rate. And he went back and said, hey, we're going to go to our credit union. We think we can get this, and this done. They took care of it. So knowing either while you're sitting with the finance manager or knowing before you go in, if you go to Experian or Equifax, pay the $20 and get your bureaus, print them off. And then there's no discrepancy. They're going to have the exact same bureau, different from when you're buying a house. And what Jackie tell us, there's over 1,100 ways to pull a bureau.
Oh, crazy.
And carry that with you. Hey, I've already looked at my credit. My credit's this score here. I've already gotten with my credit union, which is a very good thing to do, or your bank. The banks really aren't that big of players for direct financing. Indirect, it's a little bit better, meaning direct financing is when you directly walk into the bank and go, hey, I want whatever the rate is. Indirect financing is when you go into the dealership and they're handling the financing for you.
That bank.
To whatever bank.
Yeah, right.
And so Bo comes in and we pull it up, and Bo's got a 690, a 712, and a 722. Well, I'm going with the 722, and I know by looking at it which banks automatically are going to approve that car loan. Automatically. I don't need to shotgun it out when some dealers say, well, we've got 30 banks online. Well, so what? I want to know the top 2 that are going to give me the best numbers on that loan. And everybody that I deal with, that's what you're going to get. They're going to go, hey, Mr. Carver, you've got really good credit. We've got these 2 options here. For this term, it's this rate. For this term, it's that rate. Which one do you prefer? And they know. This isn't rocket science for a good finance director to look down and go, okay, this is the bank that we're going to take your car deal to. And so by knowing versus going in, I hear this a lot, well, I don't know what my credit is. I hope they can get me done. Worst thing you can do.
Man, no one, what's this phrase that knowledge is power?
Yep.
And trust me, that's the one thing my grandpa used to say, knowledge is power. And if you don't know, find somebody who does know. Because
right.
When you figure it out and you have it, that carries you a long way with power. And you go into a dealership knowing what that is, they can't jack you around. They can't, because you're saying, no, dude, I know.
Check us out.
This is it. Huh?
Check us out.
What do you mean check us out?
Never mind. Hey, we got to take a quick break.
I didn't know what
214-787.
You want me to show my good looks here or something. Check me out.
214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Meet some great sponsors. Don't go away. We're going to wake Bo up. And you even got coffee. We'll be right back.
I'm going to go to Dr. Pepper next.
Good morning to my beautiful baby sister in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yes. Hello, Miss Carol.
Good morning, Cindy Beauclair.
Beauclair.
It's not Beauclair.
She straightened you out so many times. You don't even know what's going on, do you? All those years.
If you look, it's actually Beauclair.
Well, it's just like Bose d'Arc. It's called Bodart. It's not Bose d'Arc.
What?
BOISDAR arc is not pronounced Bose d'Arc. It's pronounced Bodart. It's a French name, just like her.
Where do you come up with this?
Look it up. Would you, because there's a street next to me.
Did you bring a flask in here with you and you're dipping it in your coffee?
Bose, BOISDER. And everybody wants to pronounce it Bose d'Arc, and it's Bodart. And I think it's a tree.
Wow.
Education here this morning.
Okay, folks, sorry about all that. Phone lines are open, 214-787-1190.
Maybe.
Where did you come up with that?
What do you
Talking
mean?
about a tree.
I think that's what that is.
And you're making it all up. None of that's true.
Well, where is that Google at?
I'm sitting there going, where is he coming up with this?
I promise you. What is?
Huh. I mean, I'm sitting there trying to wrap my brain around it. I go, man, where does Bo come up with this stuff? We don't know. God, could you imagine? What is that deal where they minimize the person and they put them inside where the person can go through and figure out what's going on with them?
I don't know about that show. What?
Where they shrink them down.
Okay, here we go. Buzz.
You're still doing it. He needs to take French, Bo. Bless his heart. What? Really, Cindy? Cindy, we've been friends for how long? And you make that harsh comment?
Thank you, Cindy.
We've been friends for
We'll try to wake him up one day.
since 1976. And bless his heart. Don't side with Bo. His head can't get any bigger. And all the women side with Bo. I don't get that. I don't know why. Why is that?
Kavarka.
You got the Kavarka?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
25 seconds, so we're back live.
I can't find it.
That was the worst cup of coffee I ever had.
From there? Your place?
And they always make great coffee.
Why is that, I wonder? They knew you were coming?
They got these sweet little high school girls that are so cordial, so energetic. And I said, I'd like a sugar-free hazelnut latte. I don't know what that was. I don't think they were quite awake when they made it.
Too early for them?
I love you, Kurt. You mean well.
Yes, he does.
What a nice way of saying things, my dear friend. Everybody.
David Slaughter, my cousin from Beaumont, Texas. Thanks for tuning in, David. Great seeing you here. Appreciate it.
Ah, 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Where do you get more and pay nothing? Simple. Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side of the Metroplex, 820 and 183. My buddy Dane Miner, general manager, and his staff, BJ Stankovic, Jerry Patterson on the desk, all the way through Chance Bishop. They're going to help you with your automotive needs. If you go to freemantoyota.com, that's freemantoyota.com, and take a look at all of their specials. It's incredible what they're doing on leasing right now, whether you want to lease a Corolla or a Camry. They got so many payments under $260 a month for a brand new automobile, and they're putting all the money in the trades. If it's a Toyota, there's not a better place than Freeman Toyota. I've been familiar with these folks. My brother's worked there for over 40 years, retired now. And Mr. Freeman, his staff doesn't go anywhere. I mean, they get there and they just grow old, and they take care of your Toyota needs. Freeman Toyota, right there at 820 and 183 on the affordable side of the Metroplex. 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract, no charge with the purchase of a new vehicle. An additional year after Toyota Care. So you get 2 years of Toyota Care, where they take care of all of the tire rotations and oil changes and filter. They take care of all that. Well, Dane adds another oil change and tire rotation absolutely free, then adds a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract, no charge. Get more, pay nothing, always on the affordable side of the Metroplex, 183 and 820. That's freemantoyota.com. All right. I got a request the other day. Very rarely do I get a request, but I get requests. One thing. I got a text message on my personal that I looked at real quick, and it says, what is a good credit score? That's really, there's not a number. Here's the thing. There's not a number where you say, if you have this number, you're going to get this rate. If you have that number, you're going to get this rate, because it's very different out there now, because all the banks look at reasons why to buy a new automobile or get you financed in an automobile. And when you take a look at what we call the rate sheets, it has all the scores on it. If you have this score, you're tier 1. If you have this score, it's tier 2. And it's got all this information on there for the finance guys to take a look at. Well, you know now that the medical history on your bureaus They say it's not on. That's not true. I just had a bogus one put on mine, and I'm fighting with the company. They're going to remove it. They finally said, they'll take it off next week. It is popping up on the bureaus, so you have to stay on top of that. And there's all these different new laws and regulation, everything to get it off. And so, with that being said, we had some 640s scores, 650 scores this year. They got tier 1 financing. Reason being, they had problems in the past, but they reestablished themselves very well, and their debt to ratio was really good. And the bank looked at it and said, "Man, that's a really good car deal." And so they were going, "Well, no, I'm not going to pay that interest rate. Have a good day. See you later." Finance manager got with the lenders and went, "Time out just a second here. Let's take a better look at it." And they can identify and back up everything that they're saying. So when you go into a dealership, and if you do have credit issues and you tell them why, always be sure to be able to back it up. If Bo comes in and says, "Well, hey, I went through a divorce and here's what happened, but I've been with this company for 21 years. I've reestablished. I paid off this debt. Here's the receipts. It hadn't shown up on my bureau." The banks want to hear this kind of stuff. They want Bo's business. They don't want him to leave. So good stories that are verifiable can move you up the tiers.
I don't think people realize that really banks are in business. They're not
to loan money.
Yeah, that's what they're in business for. If they don't do it, they're not going to make money. So they want to try to do their best to get that to happen, but you got to help them sometimes if there's a little issue.
Yeah,
and they're all ears to want to hear what you got to say, and if there's any way they can do it, they will.
Yep. And when you got dealers sending them hundreds and hundreds of contracts,
right?
And they go, "Hang on a second here. We had a guy that, man, he was down on his luck. Bo went through this and this, and bad things happen to good people."
Well, when the banks get from these dealers a lot of 750s or all these higher numbers, then they can come in and say, "Look, you can't just take all of our good stuff. You got to help us out here and help this person out."
Yep.
So, and they will, because they want to keep that dealership sending the good people. And so it's sort of helps the person that's in a little bit of a need to go to a place that has those kind of connections.
No doubt about it. It's about relationships and about understanding. But I do have people that go into the dealership and say, give a story, and then they call me back and says, "Hey, you're not going to believe it. I had this interest rate." And I said, "Well, what's going on?" They tell me. I said, "Well, do you have that information to get to the dealer where there's some meat on the bone for the lender to go, yeah, I'll do that car deal?" And some say yes, and some say no. I'm like, no. You've got to be able to verify it. Lip service does not work in your favor when it comes to buying an automobile. You've got to be able to, "Well, I went through a divorce, and here's what happened. The divorce decree said this. The judge told him to pay this or not. I am jumping in and taking care of it. I didn't know that it had gotten behind." They love this kind of stuff. It's good, verifiable stories. So don't just go off your score and walk into a dealership and go, "Hey, I've got this, and this, man. What can you do for me?" Not a good way to buy it. And that's why I tell you, the listeners, go to theautomotiveedge.com, leave me your name and number, and let's have a conversation about where you can be financially. Because I like to say, "Well, they gave me a shot to get my credit started." I'm looking down, 14.5% interest I saw on a contract the other day. And I went, "Let's take a look." And we looked at their bureau. I'm like, I didn't even know what to say. I almost felt like I needed to apologize for the industry because of what I saw. And I went, that's just not right. And so I told him, "Hang on just a second here.
Commercial.
Here's what you need to do. Let's get that car refinanced." And so they're going to the bank on Monday, and they already got pre-approved at half that rate. So it's very, very, very important that we're doing it the right way the first time, and not having to buy a new vehicle and then turn around immediately and refinance because you didn't know what to do when you got there. We take care of all that here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. Quick break, 214-787-1190, top of the hour. We'll be right back. On what? Mic drop. No sodas. Thanks everybody for joining us here on the for the live feed. Where'd you get that? Did you take it off his desk?
That's mine. Brought him to this for our master. What's that master?
Can't see it. Where'd you go get that at?
I brought it in.
Oh.
I brought it, but I left it on the table when I was putting something.
Oh, okay.
That's Hero.
Let's see. Cuz you always have me. I'm always on your side, Bo. I love you, but I like that. Thank you, cuz. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Be sure to like and share and let your family and friends know they have somebody on their side to help them with their automotive needs. It's real important. There's a lot of people that are going out and then contacting me afterwards, and there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do to change that. I'd love to be able to help you. I'd love to be able to do that, but I can't go into a dealership and go, hey, I've got a radio show. We need a better car deal. Let's do it before. And a lot of people were calling me this last week asking me about car deals on behalf of somebody else. And I gave a lot of responses on what should have been that were not good for the consumer because they already did. It was not good. So with that being said, let's be proactive, not reactive, and knock everything out prior to you going out looking at an automobile. Because once you sign and drive and take it home, that's it. You are a proud owner. And the last thing that we want to do is, be the pin around the balloon. And then we pop it, and it is just ugly. And we can't help you.
So I want to show you something there, Mr. Chase.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So
here we go. This is Bo wants to be a moment with Bo because Bo wants to be right.
So it's a BOISDR, okay?
Uh-huh.
And you would say, pronounce it how?
Hang on, let me look at it. I can't do that. Bodark.
That's how you pronounce it, just like you would pronounce Beauclair. Same spelling, BOIS, and then how they pronounce it. Bodark. And it's a wood. It's a type of tree.
Where did you come up with this?
Where did you mean come up with?
Where did you come up with Bodark? Out of everything, I guess because it has bow in it. You Googled everything with bow, French or English, and that's what you found.
Well,
I mean, how did you come up with that?
Sometimes it works. Well, the street over next to me is called Bodark Street. I see it every day when I pass. And then there was a friend of mine that was in a band that called themselves the Bodarks.
No.
Yes, they did. So.
A band called Bodarks?
Mm-hmm. Kind of cool, actually.
I don't know about that.
So,
not Ralph. Yeah. I got to tell you what another beautiful day. So are you a big, will you be watching an OU Texas game?
I would like to. I'm planning on it.
What time does it start? Noon?
2:30.
2:30.
2:30 game.
I'm covered up today. I am busy all the way through tomorrow. I have no free time. And I'd like to give a shout out to my son. Zach got another promotion.
Wow.
Oh, and it starts in November. And I can be more proud of that boy. And he's working on his master's degree.
Wow.
Yep. He is definitely not a chip off the old block.
Well, neither is my son. He had a good interview yesterday with a company that he's had the third interview with, and they just think the world of him, and he don't know if he's going to get hired or not, but he might end up in Houston over the summer as a
intern.
All right, we're about to go back live.
And
Huh.
I'll see how that's going to roll out.
Well, that boy will do well wherever he goes.
Yeah,
And he was smart not to have a girlfriend while he's in college.
he had it first part of his time there, but he realized he just didn't have time for all that
Nah,
nonsense.
you don't.
It just doesn't work.
It will deter your focus.
And too much money.
Oh, yeah. That is a good-looking color.
What is that? Like a brownish color? Bronze? Or what is that?
No. It's a black cherry.
Oh, it is kind of pretty.
Yeah. I forgot what they called it. I drove it the other day. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Look how serious the salesperson looks. I mean, he is like got death focus on there. He looks like an MMA fighter fixing to go in the ring or
He looks like a
there.
linebacker fixing to ready to crash into a quarterback.
He's ready to hit or hurt something. 214-787-1190 is the number. It's two. I'm actually jealous he's got that much hair and I have none. 214-787-1190 is the number. If we can help you with your automotive need, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop, give us a call. 214-787-1190. Live today, Crest Volvo, 121 on the tollway. Go to crestvolvocars.com and see all the specials right now. 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 on the first payment. Can't go wrong there. So you walk in, you get approved, and walk out, drive out with a brand new automobile, which we're watching several people in their brand new Volvos leave the property. 214-787.
It's a good spot to see them get picked up.
Yeah.
And by the way, when you buy a vehicle, you get first class treatment on how to operate it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're delivery problem. Mike Brosen, he's got this operation up and down the street happening, the way they meet and greet and take care of you. Not all the high pressure, not all the back and forth. It's a great way to enjoy the luxury experience. Enjoy the Crest life here at Crest Volvo, 121 on the tollway. This segment of the show is brought to you by Grapevine Ford, home of the love it or leave it promise. You don't love that Ford when you get it home, bring it back. They're going to put you in the one that you do love. My buddy Cameron Martin, we were there last Saturday. You hear how many they sold Saturday?
no, but they were
new cars.
They were busy right and left. It was like a concert coming in and out
Goodness
of there.
gracious. He sent me a nice message, said thank you. We had 4 listeners show up and by.
Great.
Yeah, he was happy about it. We're happy to be there. And Chaz Gilmore, another one of the great dealers. He is part of the auto group that owns all the Crest stores, the Berkshire Hathaway group. And Chaz been with us 9 years now. And his staff over there at Grapevine Ford, they want to make sure when you're making that payment, you're driving it off the lot, that you're happy with it. They made it affordable, and service after the sale, second to nothing when it comes to your Ford needs. No need to drive around all over DFW looking for a Ford when you can go to the home of the love it or leave it promise, and you will be beyond taken care of. That's grapevineford.com. All right, 10 best-selling used cars. We talked about this about a month ago, and really nothing has changed when it comes to how hot the pre-owned market is right now. Cars with good miles, sedans, are doing really, really well. And believe it or not, coupes are doing really well. This year, what they say is the 4th warmest October in history. Last year was the 1st.
Yeah. August it didn't seem
October.
that hot. Oh, now October, yeah, because
so
it should be cool by now.
this is when I wish I had my sports car back.
Al Gore was right.
I would, yeah.
Finally catching up with us. After all these years, we're starting to see it.
Yeah, I saw the guy that was talking on I forgot what show it was, and said there's more massive ICAPs being created.
I know.
They're not going away, but chicken little Gore, is the sky's falling.
Made millions off of that.
That's right. But anyway, the sedans are doing really, really well. Best-selling used vehicles, the F-150, the Silverado, and the Ram And the pickup trucks, we're in the state of Texas, the #1 truck market in the world. Everywhere you look, I'm telling you, if you just sit here and we're facing 121, how many pickup trucks come by? So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3,
Right.
there's 4. I mean, there's 5. And so everything that's coming by, every group of vehicles that's coming by, there's a pickup truck. And so there's still a big demand. I see them when they post these things with massive amounts of miles on it, and they're running, they get sold. Next is the Chevy Equinox, the Toyota Camry, Toyota Tacoma, Nissan Rogue, the Ford Explorer, the RAV4, and the Honda Civic, rounding off the top 10 best-selling pre-owned automobiles right now in the marketplace. And it's not going down. It's not going down. Once again, I sent out an email to all of these so-called automotive writers to go, why are you posting this? Why are you writing about it in this manner, deterring people from buying used cars? Why are you doing that? Well, we have this market analysis. I said, well, it's wrong.
Okay.
And they're going off the height of used car vehicle when the virus hit. And the increase, they're taking the numbers from that top pinnacle of resale value and bringing it down. And they're not saying, well, even though it's not up 20%, it's still up 10% or 8%. They're going, well, it came down another 3% or whatever from over 20%. So you're still in the green when it comes to resale value and trade-in value on your automobile. No doubt about it. And so give that car a good vacuum and a good bath. I always say that. Quit foo-fooing up your car and spending a bunch of money, and make sure your spares in your car, and just give it a good once over. I take on my older cars, when I used to have older cars, when I kept them for a long time, I'd take my weed blower and blow out underneath the hood and clean it up real good. I'm very anal about my cars and taking care. In fact, I'll be cleaning my wife's car.
And it's not about only cars either.
It's not what?
It's not only about cars either.
What do you mean?
He's not anal only just about cars.
Really? Name one other thing I'm anal about.
This radio show.
Okay, other than the radio show. Good morning, Ronnie Swain. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So he's already just bought a brand spanking new truck, and then it's about to go bye-bye.
Well, that's an addiction. That's different. That's different.
It's time for an intervention where everybody reach out and touch that radio.
Yeah, I've got to stop this craziness. But this week we appraised a lot of automobiles, and a lot of people are telling me everything that they put into their car. It's amazing how many people put so much in their car. One gentleman put in a spray and bed liner, new windshield, $422 detail.
No.
$422. What did they do to your car for $422? You do mobile detail for a lot less. And I'm going, my God, was this a car that needed to be restored? And I was really kind of bust on him a little bit, and he played along. Was like, no, it's $422 for a detail. Goodness gracious! So I hit him with a car, and he hit him with the price. He hung up the phone on his car, hung it up
because he wanted that money on top of what his vehicle was worth.
Oh, no doubt. Plus,
yeah, plus, because now it's real shiny. It should be worth more, right?
He said, do you know how good this car looks? I said, buddy, we're FaceTiming. I can see it. You put a bunch of money. But the reason I'm giving you that number is because of how clean your car is. It's not how clean your car is, plus all the receipts you have in the console. Doesn't work that way. And so a lot of people are get really upset because here's the thing. You're paying retail for everything. You're paying retail for windshield. You're paying retail for tires. Definitely retail for a detail.
Uh-huh.
And I added everything up on what he did to that vehicle, and 60% less is what the dealer could have done it for. 60%. And I always tell people, if you got a crack in your windshield, the dealer's going to put a new windshield in cheaper. Unless, you just have a zero deductible. Some of these have, windshield replacement or tire and wheel, whatever the case may be. use that. It's very, very valuable, and get it taken care of that way. But don't expect that when a dealer books a car off as clean. That's the way they're booking it. They're booking it clean. They're not booking it clean plus receipts. And I can't.
Why would somebody think that anyway? If you just kind of just sit back for a minute and go, I just clean my car up a little bit, vacuum it out, just make sure things look somewhat like you had four-wheeled it through the ditch somewhere. Just do that. Why wouldn't they not know that they're not going to get any more by putting a $400 detail on that car?
Well, because what they're doing is they're getting online and looking at the vehicle's retail.
So they're trying to get the same amount of money from the dealer as they're
selling theirs for.
Okay, that doesn't even make sense either.
Well, to the average consumer, go, hang on a second here. You're selling this vehicle. I'm seeing them online all the time for $35,000. I'm going, but here's the kicker. That's not what they're selling them for. I mean, there's always that person that thinks sticker's quicker and go in and pay full retail for an automobile.
Let me ask you this question. So you have $35,000 vehicle that's at the dealer, and you got the exact same vehicle from an individual that's $35,000 because he sees it online for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which were you going to go to buy it?
Oh, I'm going to go to the dealer, negotiate it.
I rest my case.
And I told him.
Just because also the dealer is going to be standing behind it. You're going to place to go if there's an issue or anything like that. Once you buy it from an individual, it's adios amigos.
Yeah, what it is listing for is not what it is selling for.
That too.
And so I told him, I said, you know what the average one is selling for? He said, what? And I said, $32,500. He said, no way. I said, yes, sir. I have the capabilities of going in and plugging in a vehicle and tell me what it's selling for here, 50 miles out, 250, 500 miles out. I can tell you what they're selling for. Now, what they're listing for is one thing, but what they're getting for them, totally different thing. Quick break, 214-787-1190. We'll be right back.
Well, hello there, Will Sakala from the Berg. Who's Steelers play this week,
Cleveland, who they are, I think, 25-3 or 22-3, whatever it is, beating Cleveland. So if they don't win this game, that would be an upset, kind of like the Giants smoking the Eagles the other night.
I'm guessing they're at home since he's there.
Yeah.
Well, their record's pretty good. They've only lost one game, right?
Who?
It's Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they've been
squeaking out some good lucky wins.
Yeah, they've been finding a few nuts along the way. Every squirrel will find a nut.
There you go.
But I got to tell you what, I was not a big, I really wasn't sure whether their quarterback was going to show up, what their quarterback was going to do.
You mean Aaron?
Yeah, because he's, they talk about all this crazy stuff he does off the field and going into TPs and meditating and crazy stuff. Whether it's true or not, nobody knows. And then all the things they talk about, and then he comes in, and then with the Jets he stunk it up. And they said, well, if he was more focused and he was doing, no one really knows what he is or isn't doing.
Well, first of all, the Jets sucked for a long time, so it's not all about that.
Well, they still do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even good quarterbacks can struggle with terrible teams. You know that over the years.
Yeah,
so,
his personality and his capabilities are two different things.
Right.
And then it's also depending on who he surrounds himself with. And
I think that, to be honest with you, I think the Steelers are the type of team that he should have been part of in the first place instead of a Jets team. For me, I think.
100%. 100%. His time with the Packers was done.
Right.
There's some teams where the fans are just going to run you out of town, and that's what happened to him. He got run out of town.
We've got one here in Dallas, I wish. Although he's doing great this year, and yet
number one offense in the NFL.
Just think, well, they're going to have to be if they're going to win games.
Yeah, if the other team scores 50, we got to do 60.
Yeah, listen, I told Graham this other day. I said, can you imagine that every time you play, you have to tell that offense, we got to score at least 40 points to have a chance of winning. So hopefully they can do it.
Well, I tell you what, you want to go to Pittsburgh just for a Pamani's.
There you go.
That sandwich they have there. And
And
you know
what
what's
is
cool?
it anyway?
It's a well, they have different sandwiches.
Oh, the place is
Yeah.
called that, right?
Yeah. And so I asked the guy, I said, hey, where's the men's room? He tells me you open the door and it's like a freaking straight drop down below the
You
city.
need
Below the city, dude.
oh,
And so I'm going down these stairs holding on for dear life. I'm going, my God. And then you go down, it's eerie.
Yeah,
You're
well, that's
below the
Pittsburgh for
street.
you, right?
And then I got back up and Will was laughing. I'm like, that's the crazy experience I ever had going to the men's room.
But that's the one good thing about these old cities. They have that classic kind of stuff.
And in front of every shop, it seems like in Pittsburgh, they're selling the garb
Well,
at a fair price. Here in Texas, Jerry's got all that stuff regulated. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show today, live. Crest Volvo 121 the Tollway. I was here last week with my son test driving the XC60 and 90, and I will tell you, we had a lot of fun. If you watch the videos, and I hope Duncan's not watching the videos, we found out what that electric car will do.
everybody watch it but him. Okay.
And I got to tell you, so here's the thing: we go up to the come underneath the bridge at the tollway, and we get to the stoplight, and I romp this thing. I am cooking up the service road in this car. Sorry, Duncan, but I wanted to see what it would do. And I come whipping in the street, and I park it. This other car was trying to catch me, and he got pulled over by a state trooper. And so Ty goes, my son goes, Dad, look over there, look over there. What he goes, they got that other car, and I
was
look
coming
over,
after you.
and they did. They snatched up at
Well, that's a good reason to be fast.
yeah. So if I'd have pulled in, I just ran into Duncan's office and sat down.
They had to chase you down.
Was that you? Not me.
It'd be like cops on TV. Hey,
They
Kurt
said it was
Chase.
a burgundy Volvo. No, sir. He's lying.
I had never driven one of those. I've never seen a car.
He's
like
got
that.
on video. That ain't me.
Oh.
214-787-1190.
Especially if they had pulled you over and you said, well, I don't have any information on this car.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to have to ask you to step out and come with us to the precinct.
Yeah, come on down here to the Hoot Scout. We're going to talk to you about how fast that electric car will go. And I can tell you what,
the fact that you don't even own it.
that's right. You got to be real careful when you're out there hooking around driving. I cannot even see what I'm doing here with this
Light
light. Hoo-wee.
does
Let's see
make a
here.
difference.
Let's pull this in a little bit closer.
That might help you a little bit.
No, it don't. I can't see nothing.
Darken it up with the little thing. It'll might be better.
Hang on 1 second here. Anyway,
Crisp 50 degrees and high in 65 in the Berg, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Sitting in my favorite spot, Kurt. He knows
yeah,
where
I
that
know
is.
Yep.
Cool.
Out there by the Three Rivers. You know, there's a big, what do they call it? Big old statue of Mr. Rogers there.
Oh,
Home
that's,
of Mr. Rogers.
that's where he was from, wasn't it?
Yep. So we got, here, let me back this up here now that I got my camera on here. What are we doing here? Okay, let's go another one. Let's go another one.
And you're listening to the Automotive Edge Radio Show. As Kurt Chase, the computer technician, is going to go over all the great things you need to know about a laptop.
Here we go. Ram, that's right. Ram 1500 Laramie, $18,000 off MSRP. That's $18,000 off MSRP on a brand new 2025 Ram Laramie. We've got a $2,500, $15,000 off MSRP, $15,000 off. We've got $10,000 off at 2025 Grand Cherokee, the drive to the fall event, 15% off MSRP, not even 15% markup in it, 20% off MSRP on a 2025 Jeep Wrangler, and 0% financing on Pacifica, all at one place. Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate. So if you have negative equity, you have shortfall, you are looking to reduce your payment with discounts like that, $18,000 off a pickup truck, 18,000 off.
Yeah, it's what you keep saying.
Gobbledygoo.
You keep saying that, people made some bad decisions back during the Fauci virus.
Well, not even bad decisions. They had no choice.
Well, yeah, okay. I rephrase that then.
Bad car deals. I mean,
Right.
expensive car deals because they had no choice. You had to get what you could get at whatever the price was because you didn't have a choice.
And you're a little bit underwater there. It's a great way to get out of it.
That's right. So the place, grapevine.dodge.com. That's grapevine.dodge.com. Stop in and see my buddy Shane Peck. He'll help you with all the financing and paperwork, but he'll get you hooked up with a salesperson to represent the automobiles, get you back into finance. And if you take a look on their website at grapevine.dodge.com, almost everything is 90 days, no payments. So you buy the vehicle, and then you figure it'll be January before your payments due.
Wow.
So you get through the holidays, you're driving a brand new vehicle, and you are good to go. The place, grapevine.dodge.com. Brandon, the managing partner there, built a brand new facility, state-of-the-art, and it is so customer-friendly to be able to walk in and see just about one of everything on the showroom floor. They have a beautiful waiting area. My sister-in-law was actually baking fresh scones and
What's a scone?
goodie. You know what a scone is?
No.
Okay, Bo.
Well, tell me. Scone? A scone.
Like between a cookie and a Danish, a scone.
Never heard that word in my entire life.
Okay, we're going to be over there in a couple of weeks. You're going to get a fresh scone.
Oh, okay, good. I need to know what it is because that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, Grapevine Dodge.
Scone.
They mowed down the used car building. It is the whole parking lot, the building, everything from ground up is from foundation up is brand new service department. And they just made things. I just love the place. And with discounts like that, you would figure with the new dealership, they got to pay the bills for rebuilding it, and things would be tight. And not a Grapevine Dodge. I'm telling you, you don't need to drive around if you're looking for the biggest discounts when it comes to a Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. That's Grapevine Dodge. And be sure to let them know you're listening to the Automotive Ed Radio Show.
Will wants to know, do they have the Ram truck with a Hemi in it yet?
Yes. The
There you go.
Hemis are coming.
They are. There you go.
Yep. I just
Although they're not going to say it like it's not going to be emblemed, is it?
oh yeah.
Oh, it will be.
It'll say
Because I
Hemi.
thought we had talked about that, and they weren't going to detail or.
Not that I know anything about a Citadel Red Rebel X with a Hemi, but it will be in my driveway.
Here
I
we
can
go.
promise you that.
And then it'll be gone about 30 days later.
No. You know what?
I don't even want to hear it. Don't say, no, I'm not going to buy another truck.
No, the Hemi.
I know that's what you
I
want.
traded the Hemi for a Silverado. If I'd have known that I had no chance to loop back around and get a Hemi, that Hemi would have never left my driveway. That thing is the cat's meow
Right.
for pickup trucks.
And they did away with it for a little bit.
Yep.
And I think they
they brought in that guy. Trying to think of his name.
Moron,
Moron.
Mr. Moron.
And he just messed up Stellantis. And now they've got a guy in there going, hang on a second here. Let's bring back because everybody, if you remember the commercials, I drive a Hemi. It took off like a dragster. Everybody was buying Hemis.
That was such a huge draw.
And then he went to the twin turbo Hurricane, which I bought. I had no problem with the engine. I had no problem with the pickup truck. But having a Hemi, I had no issues. No, that 5.7 Hemi was the cat's meow.
Well, I mean, that's what people want. That's buying a Dodge.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
for the most part, I
think it's still the official truck of the pro rodeo circuit, and
Gotcha.
Which we used to spy when I was running a Dodge dealership. I've always enjoyed the Dodge trucks. I have. I remember when they were flat nose and they rounded them off. I was there selling them when they rounded off the front end of the Dodges and got rid of the flat nose. And they've always had the Cummins diesel, which had been tried, true, and proven. So when it comes to Dodge, it's grapevine.dodge.com. Top used vehicles. Coming up in the next segment. under 20,000, under 15, and under 10,000. There's some cars popping up. It's amazing. People call me and they say, "Hey, Kurt, I've got 15,000 to spend," and I find them 5 vehicles. All right, well, we'll think about it. And I said, I tell you what, if I send you a cash car that I would buy, you need to jump on it because they're not going to be there. So these folks went out. Not 8 of the 9 vehicles that I sent them are already gone. I said, you got to realize it's just not me telling you about it. Every salesman in the dealership will have customers that are looking for good quality cash cars, every one of them. And so as these cars come in and they get traded and they're looking at the used car sheet, man, they're calling everybody they can to go, hey, we just got these 2 vehicles in. They're good cash cars. They're under 15,000 and they're gone. People are moving very, very quickly. If you can find a good cash car, it's not, while it's still going through service, that car is being sold. So when we talk and everything about good quality pre-owned cash cars, and I say jump on it, you need to jump on it. And because I spend a lot of time looking at these cars and on the road and figuring them out. And by the time I'm done, if you're not calling and leaving a deposit, making that appointment, that car is sold. It's those diamonds in the rough that you find. There was a Buick LeSabre recently traded in 2008, 2009, whatever it was, 31,000 miles.
Wow.
Mint. This car was mint.
That's insane.
And I called him up and he goes, well, that's something to think about. Sir, you don't have time to think about it.
No.
By the time we hang up,
it's got to be gone if you don't say yes now.
If you don't have yes, because they're on speed dial with me, that car's gone. So he called his wife, called me about 3 o'clock, and he goes, hey, Kurt, I went, sold.
It's gone.
He goes, what do you mean? I said, I already called somebody else, buddy. You're kidding.
Yeah, that car.
I thought you were going to help me. I was trying to.
Yeah, you just wouldn't listen.
That's right. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, let's talk about top used cars that are cash cars here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Art Naismith from Lufkin, Texas, my Royal Purple friend.
Did you send Ralph the info?
Mm-hmm. He asked what time. I said 9:30.
Okay.
Good morning, Ralph Paul. Guess he made it back from Florida.
Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. I love those songs. Most of them have the goofiest lyrics, but you can still boogie.
That's what's good about it. Yep. Well, the goofier the lyrics to me, if it's a good groove, it don't matter.
Yep.
Casey and the Sunshine Band's a good example of that.
Gosh, I watched a video on him the other day.
He needs to see your doctor, doesn't he?
Wow, God love him. But you know what? His voice, solid gold.
And still moves. He ain't afraid to move that body around, even as big as he is. He still gets down and dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, he need to quit taking them hot dog breaks.
Yeah, he's eating the
because I love his music. He did not write a bad song.
No.
You can take a handful of people, KC, Lionel Richie,
Michael
Jackson, Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah.
I mean, I go down. There's a handful of really good people that just never wrote a bad song.
They had a bad song for sure.
And their music still sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
Hall & Oates.
Wow. Great stuff right there.
They talked to, was it Daryl, the dark-haired one? John is the light-haired one?
Daryl is the blonde-headed one that does the show.
Okay, so they talked to the other one, and they talk about a reunion, and he goes, no, I'm done with that chapter. And, man, they were talking about some of these bands, if they were to get back on tour, would be total blown sell-out.
Like
Good luck
Journey with
ticket.
what's-his-face?
No. Oh, yeah, if Steve was to come back. Oh, yeah. I'm going, wow.
Well,
they offered some band. I forgot what it was.
Well, they had the
Led Zeppelin or something like it was hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. They went, we're out.
Well, they never could get the Beatles to reunite.
Yep. Isn't it funny? People thought the British invasion was forever, and it was only like 3 years.
Yeah, it's only just about 4 bands, I think. But John, he got Wacky Doodle Dude with the what's her face?
Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
Yeah, inviting people into his house while they're sitting there in bed and doing it weird stuff.
Yeah, I think they had taken too many probably too much medication that probably can't list on the radio.
I don't know. A little smoky.
Yeah.
A lot of smoky.
Have you heard some of her ever singing her?
Yeah.
He thought she was a great singer. Oh man, if you want to make the birds cry.
No, his son's not a bad singer.
No. And he kind of got
What's
lost.
His son's name?
God, I don't tip my tongue.
I don't know where this song came from. This is not part of my playlist. This must be Larry's favorite song of all time.
Maddie had this on here.
Oh, come on, Larry. That's okay. I mean, I do like Stevie Wonder, but I did not pick this. This is something that Larry listens to 5 times a day and brings it right into the studio on Saturday.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. And he blamed it on Maddie. Did you hear how quick it was? No, that's Maddie. I mean, chunked her right under the butt. 214. I love you, Stevie. 214-787-1190 is the number. It's the Automotive Edge. Oh, and he turns it up too. I like it. Way to go, Larry.
Sean Lennon.
We got Ralph on the line as well.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We're here today live. Crest Volvo. Enjoy the Crest Live. Go to CrestVolvoCars.com. 0 down, 0 due signing, 0 first payment. Come on out and check it out. I'm telling you what, there's that one that they pulled up that like that black cherry, really dark burgundy.
It's very sweet.
I like it. I'd park that thing in my driveway in a heartbeat.
Why wouldn't you leave it out so people could see the color?
He did. He left it out right there. Oh, I don't have room in my garage.
I know you don't.
I got stuff in Mama's car. We got to keep Mama in the garage. Hey, let's go to the phone line and bring on my good buddy, Ralph Paul, the owner of your CBD store. Keller, how are you, brother? Hello, Ralph. Ralph, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you are. Hey, how are you, buddy?
Hello.
Ralph, are you there?
Break 19 for a smoky report.
Okay, well, let's try. What's going on?
I don't think we got him. Somehow we've misplaced you, brother.
Okay, let's try it again. Ralph, try to call in again. We'll see if Larry gets you hooked up. 214-787-1190. Remember what the show is really all about? Yeah, we talk about everything from financing, new to used, to leasing and pre-owned, but it's about helping you, the consumer. I don't charge a dime, not a penny, to help you with your automotive needs. I just don't. We have a lot of sponsors. If you go to the Automotive Edge website and you look at all the sponsors, they pay for me to talk about them and send them business, and it frees me up 6 days a week to help you, the consumer. Doesn't matter where you are. We had people drive up from San Antonio last week, buy a new Chevrolet from El Dorado. We had people drive in from Weatherford to El Dorado. We had people drive up from Corsicana to Grapevine Ford this weekend. And so we help you with your automotive needs no matter where you are. We never ask for a
Ralph is
dime.
still on.
All right, let's go to the phone line. Ralph, we got you. Hello, Ralph.
He just said something to me.
Well, we're not hearing him.
We're not hearing him. So we're not connected. Go ahead and call him. And let's get him. Let's do it our way instead of going through studio.
I'm going to call him and bring him on.
Do what?
You want to try that? See if it works?
I can call him and bring him on. Just send me his number.
But no, we can do it right through here.
Well, I'll do it.
214-787-1190. Once again, I apologize. The phones are not connecting, but you go ahead and go to the Automotive Edge Facebook page. You can go to the LinkedIn Facebook page and send us a message. We'll answer all your.
It's not LinkedIn Facebook page.
LinkedIn.
It's just called LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. And,
under Kurt Chase, though.
Yeah, we'll pick you up and help you out. Anyway, top used cars under 20,000. The Kia Sportage and the 2021 or older, and the 2019 Camry. It's amazing how many people have called me for a 2019 Camry.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I'm like, what is the deal with a 2019 Camry?
Maybe is a different, certain kind of look.
I don't know. I got a buddy that's got a 2019 Camry looking to trade in. I said, man, I got a buyer for that thing. I don't know what was. I've been trying to research and go, what is so special about a 2019 Camry? But there are people that just love it. I
can't figure it out.
I haven't been able to put a thumb on it. Usually I can go, okay, it had a special motor or a design, or I don't get it. But that's one of the top sellers, under 15,000. And these are, 15,000 miles average a year. The 2018 Mazda CX-5, which I love the Mazda, motor, transmission, as good as anything out there. That's why Toyota bought part of Mazda. Mazda supplied Ford forever on their Ford Rangers with the motor and transmission. The 2019 Corolla, here's another 2019 Toyota that people are hot and heavy for. And then the 2018 RAV4. And these are vehicles that when I looked them up, they're tried, true, and proven. You look at it, didn't see any recalls, any problems, that do really, really well under 15,000 miles. So when you look at this car and you back it up 6 years, fixing to be 7 years, times 15,000, which would be over 100,000 miles, people are still loving the capability, durability, and everything about these automobiles. And under 10K, one car popped up when I was going through going, hey, where's some of the top cars under $10,000 with 150 north miles on it? And it was the Mazda 6. And here again, no big surprise with the Mazda. There's a lot of people when they call me for, it's ringing through the deal, that call me.
Hang on.
Let's bring him up on next segment.
Okay, Ralph, I'll call you after the next break, okay?
Okay.
That I tell them, go take a look at Mazda. Look at the CX-5. Look at the CX-50. Look at the new the CX-70 is the catch me out with that turbo on it. I love that vehicle. And I drove it, and there was zero to talk about. And then you have the CX-90, which is their big bad boy with a third row seat that's actually usable. There's so many SUVs out there. The third row is for little kids. Nobody wants to put their car seats that far back, so you got to be little kids to enjoy it. And that CX-90 has plenty of room in the back seat. What's really good is a lot of the manufacturers are creating a usable third row, but they're not for big adults like me. They're just not comfortable unless you get into your Suburbans, your Tahoes, your Escalades, where the third row, your Yukons are usable for adults, because the way the second row flips up, you're able to step back. And some, depending on if the captain chair is adjustable, that you can sit there with your legs in front of you. Sometimes you got to turn a little bit, but they're still usable, which before they weren't usable. But that line of Mazda, from the Mazda 3 all the way to the CX-90, they're incredible. And the big thing is, look at their residuals. The residuals are fantastic. And that just tells you that the manufacturer really believes in their vehicle. So once again, and I've said this for 21 years, when a new product comes out, I get with the manager. I'm like, hey, let me see your residual sheets. And I take a look and go, wow, the manufacturer pretty proud of this vehicle. What does that mean? It means you'll be able to lease it at a very low payment versus a retail buy, usually about 40% less. Or when you go to trade in that vehicle with on average 12 to 15,000 miles, normally 12 is where your highest residuals are. It does very, very well. 214-7 now. Let's just go to the Automotive Edge Facebook page. You can post your questions there, or LinkedIn, or
on YouTube. So you go to youtube.com/@theautomotiveedge. Or if you're on YouTube, just search the Automotive Edge radio show. Be sure and do radio show if you're already on YouTube. But if you're just Googling it, then go to youtube.com/the Automotive Edge. And it'll be there. And all the live streams are the same, no matter which one you go to. simultaneously with our radio show. So when we go on break on radio, we still talk about different things, little kind of sidebar issues from the radio show. But you can make your comments, and the shows are archived. So if you're out and about today, being busy with different things going on with, OU in Texas and all these kind of things, go back, because we see a lot of changes in the views during the week because people have a chance to sit back, relax, and get out of their normal activity, tune in the show, and check them out. So anytime you want to do that, you can. And we've got the QR code on the site, on the feed, to where you can just scan that with your phone, and it'll take you right to the website, which is the automotiveedge.com. So those are all easy ways to get in touch with Kurt. Let him help you know before you go, no matter what kind of issue or circumstances on your vehicle you're needing or having to get attention to.
Yeah, for people that are always assuming, you've had credit problems in the past, let me tell you what, the lenders, this is a car term, the lenders are buying deep. They're finding reasons to put people in cars at the best possible rate and hoping to get them to make so many payments and come back and refinance or buy another vehicle at a better rate. And we're not talking about 18%. I did not have one loan that I look back on this year that finished out at 18%, not one. And there were some very low scores in the very low sixes, several in the high 500s. And we were able to go, hang on a second here. We've got you a really good car deal. And so we're here to help and go through and find good reasons to help you. Now, it may not always be the one that you want, but it's a great way to get started without paying a high interest rate or going to tote the note lots or whatever the case may be. We work diligently. There are some people, though, that I've had to tell, I got nothing. I'm sorry, but I just can't do anything at this point. We don't have any lenders for it, but that has been far and few between that we've had to give that information. It breaks your heart because when they tell you the story
Time for commercial
and
break.
you see it on their bureau, you fully understand. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'll go ahead and get him on the line here so he can be with us when we come back on. Make sure we're off the radio. Welcome, everybody, to the Automotive Edge radio show here every Saturday morning. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on our social media sites. And share and like, or like and share. Let everybody know we're here. And if you are tuned in, there's a little white arrow at the top left-hand corner. Just touch that arrow. Is it arrow or arrow? That's not really arrow.
Error is EERO. Like some of the things you say is an error.
Anyway, whatever that little thing is up to the left-hand corner.
That's called an arrow. ARRO, not ERROR.
Error. Anyway, you'll still see us, but you're not like connected with us. And you can share, like and share it then. You'll hit share button. And that's true. Anyway, then just let everybody know. And then when you do share it, it'll be on your timeline. So people that are your friends and followers, they can see that. Let them, just give them a chance to get an opportunity to see what we're doing and maybe help them out a lot. So that's what we're asking you to do. And let's see what we get here.
Yeah, you want me on your side, I promise you.
One ringy dingy.
Sir.
Hey, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're on a radio break, so just stay with us, okay?
You got it.
You can,
yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
couldn't hear anything on the other end before.
We couldn't hear you.
Huh.
So you
So
couldn't
just
hear us,
static.
and we couldn't hear you either, right?
Yeah, it was just all static.
Well, we got you now. When we come back out of the radio, we'll get after it.
Okay.
How was your trip to Florida?
Oh, it was real good. Real good. It was almost nicer weather here than it was there.
Oh,
Had some
yeah?
rain and so forth, but that's typical of
You had
Florida.
rain in Florida. How nice would that be?
Yeah.
You should have just taken and lassoed that and brought it back with you.
We need a few of it around here.
Yeah, they're talking about
Yeah.
another 10 to 12 days, no rain.
Really?
Yeah, and it's still too hot around here. needs to get down to where it's.
Yeah, I'm still adding water to the pool.
There you go.
Yeah, I've had to put a lot of water in the pool before we left, and then as soon as I got back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you
all
know
good.
things are getting a little tight when the city's driving around sticking notices because you're
Sprinklers are on.
you're not watering on the proper day. Now you can hand water whenever you want, but you can't have the sprinklers running. Mine's Wednesdays and Saturdays.
I don't even know what mine are.
So I had to have
Carol
my
handles all that.
my brother-in-law had to come out and redo my sprinkler systems and
For the timing.
reset it. Well, I water at 4 a.m. You know, that way it gets it soaked
Yeah.
in and
Before the heat hits it and starts trying to evaporate it.
So we're doing the Roanoke deal this today.
Okay, we're about to
Christy
come
and
back on
Jeremy.
radio. Hold on.
Got it.
Another one bites the dust.
Two 787-1190. Go to theautomotiveedge.com for all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. Be sure to let us get involved. It doesn't cost you a dime. We don't broker with the dealers. In fact, I had 3 emails asking me to accept a Zelle payment for sending consumers to the dealership. I declined all of them. They all called me and said, "What's the deal?" I went, "No. You can make a check out to the Automotive Edge /adopt a teacher, and we'll use it for school supplies, but you cannot pay me for any of my time or services." Joining us on the Automotive Edge hotline, the great Ralph Paul, the owner of Your CBD store in Keller. Go to yourcbdstorekeller.com. How are you, brother?
Doing great. Wonderful. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. You know, what's so important, and people say, you know, the most important thing is your home. The second most thing important is your transportation. Well, I'm going to change that around. The most important thing is your health. Without your health, it doesn't matter where you're living or what you're driving. You've got to take care of yourself. And I got to tell you, I am down almost 17 pounds. And I have been really watching my diet. I have been taking my CBD. Those, I'm gonna tell you what, those all day gummies have really helped me with my focus. You've got the brain boost, which if you're someone that sits behind the desk all day instead of drinking energy drinks and pumping all that nasty stuff in your body, buddy, you have an alternative for the things that people are doing so much of, that the benefits are minimal or just a fix for a short amount of time. You have products at your CBD store, Keller.com, that is life-changing. It's not about the high, it's about the health. Talk about it.
Absolutely. You know, we discovered this endocannabinoid system years ago. And, you know, that's the largest system of receptors that interact with your body. So the CB1 receptors are mainly found in the brain and the nervous system. And then the CB2 receptors are associated with, you know, your immune system. So, you know, I want to say like CBD is like really powerful vitamins. And, you know, drugs, this is kind of my opinion, kind of target the symptom, where CBD is actually targeting the problem and putting things in balance in your system. So we've just had so many great stories. You know, we've been there over 7 years, and you guys have done the show out of their story. You have experienced some of the great stories we listen to, and it's just been a joy helping people.
You know,
we're going to be out of. Go ahead.
One of the best stories that I've heard is I actually got to speak to your brother-in-law, Carol's brother, and because his job with the federal government, you know, he wasn't doing CBD, but this guy was getting his throat stretched. And when he was telling me the story, I'm like, "You did what?" He goes, "It was so painful, but they had to go in regularly and stretch my throat." I'm like, I couldn't even wrap my brain around that you could do that. He goes, "You know what? Carol and Ralph spent some time with me. I started on the CBD. He's never been back to get his throat stretched."
Wow. And what was the reason for having to stretch his throat?
Well, he would choke on his food and things
Oh,
of that nature. So,
wow.
I mean, he was even in restaurants where, they would want to give him the Heimlich maneuver and so forth. And it was a pretty uncomfortable deal. So every 2 years, he had to have his throat stretched. And, when the government said that we might not have CBD, he was panicking.
I bet.
And
Wow.
this has helped him. He was a colonel at the Pentagon. And so he was very apprehensive as far as doing any CBD. But once he retired, I mean, him, his wife, my father-in-law, they all just swear on it. So we ship it to Virginia at least once a month.
No doubt about it.
What a
We've heard the
story.
stories and the
Wow.
stories. My sister getting off the pain meds after breaking her tibia and femur, and she started taking CBD. She started taking the oils, the tinctures, and everything, and it completely changed her life. And that's one thing, Ralph. When people walk in the door, it's not about, hey, do you want to get high? It's about, hey, tell me your problems. They're offering pain cream, and do you have any extra pain? Say your approach to the consumer coming through the door there on Main Street in Keller is second to none any other CBD store. And I was mystery shopping a bunch of them. And that's why I just love the relationship we have with you, because you're really genuinely care. You don't have to work. You and Carol are retired. You just love helping people.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and different products work for different people. So, one of the things we try to do is call everybody back after 7 or 14 days and see how things are going. And keep in mind, it takes a little bit of time in order to see some of the effects and so forth. But the great stories we've listened to over the years, it's just been so rewarding. And we're up at Roanoke. The whole staff is up there, including Chrissy. They have a big festival once a year, and we're going to be up there. We have our tent set up. We do it every year, and so come join us there.
Where
Carol
at?
and I are going to be. It's in Roanoke, downtown Roanoke.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, and Carol and I are going to be at the store today. I'm driving there right now, and we are USDA approved, and we ship for free. So give us a holler, and we'd be happy to help you.
Now, you do have some of the stuff that's immediate. Your seltzers for people that don't want to be drinking and just want to relax. This isn't about getting high or drunk. It just levels you out. That just chilling. Boy, I can come off a stressful day and have a half a can of just chilling. I'm in total focus. I can drive. It really slows all those brain connectors that are just flying all around. Then your brain boost. My wife's on a computer all day long, and when she takes a break, it's amazing. You get off the computer, your brain starts to go, what are we doing here? But you have that new product out, Brain Boost. She can drink just a half a can, maybe a third, and she's right back at it like it was the beginning of her day.
Absolutely. I drink some of it before I play golf, and it just keeps me focused. It's not a Red Bull or coffee. It's just kind of focus is probably the best description.
No doubt about it. It's not about the high. It's all about the health and taking care of yourself. There's a better way to change your life around and to clean the system out with the bad and in with the good when it comes to products out there. And I use 3 products a day with family, with friends, and pets. Your CBD store, Keller.com. That's where you go. Go to your CBD store, Keller.com. Ralph and Carol will be at the store. They can answer your questions and then ship for free. Ralph, have a great day. We'll see you this afternoon. We'll be talking about you a little bit more here coming up the next hour.
You got it. Thank you, gentlemen.
Take care, buddy.
All right, buddy. Your CBD store, Keller.com. I'm telling you, it is life changing. Every product that we've used, if you come to our house, it looks like we have a store, but everything that we have at our house, we use or give away. And the last time I was there, I picked up some Just Chillin', Brain Boost, Pain Cream Spray, Libido Boost. And I had one lady call, and she's actually bought 2 more jars and said that Libido Boost changed our lives. And he's not looking for prescriptions or shots or doctors. He's eating the gummy every day. And he says it's just life changing. And it's clean, it's good, and it works. Your CBD store, Keller.com. They're on my website at theautomotiveedge.com. You can click, talk to Carol, and Carol's a retired nurse. Her and Ralph, they don't have to do this. They love meeting people and changing their lives. Your CBD store, Keller.com. All right, coming up in the next segment, we're going to be talking about what's going on in the auto industry as far as where the deals are and the percentages on some of the makes and models are
Time
going
for commercial break.
through the roof. More information, your questions, our answers here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show live. Crest Volvo 121 on the Tollway. Enjoy the Crest Live. Come on out and see us here at Crest Volvo or go to crestvolvocars.com. We'll be right back.
Dorothy said they got a northeaster coming in this weekend. Guess some places are going to start feeling like some cold weather. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of our broadcast today. Keep you updated on all the stuff that's happening in the automotive world as much as we can muster up. And have
how do you drink a Coke this early?
It helps. Well, mainly I was getting it because it breaks that stuff in your throat when you're trying to talk.
All that acid.
Yeah, all that acid, all that old crap's in there.
Whatever it is.
Just something. I'm not drinking the whole thing, just to kind of help. I couldn't find any water, so I just had this.
Huh.
But I'm just kind of helping it keep lubricated.
You know, I remember when I was younger, I loved a cold Dr. Pepper to start my day. Now, I remember the last time I had a Dr. Pepper early, it destroyed me.
Or just too much sugar for the day off the bat.
Yeah,
Dorothy says she's going to look into the CBD store.
I'm telling you, Dorothy, if you go to your CBD store, Keller.com, it's on my website, the Automotive Edge.
Well, I had it posted right here too. I'll put it back up.
I got to tell you what, that product is incredible to get a good night's sleep. Melinda takes the 1-to-1-to-1 gummies and sleeps like a baby. Only a half, and then that brain boost has changed her life. And then we've got people that swear by some of the tinctures they've been taking, and they've gotten off medications, quit smoking, lost weight. An incredible line of products that they have. Absolutely incredible.
Dorothy, if you go to the website, their phone number's there, and the great thing to do would be to call them for whatever kind of what you think yours element is or your issue might be, whether it's whatever, and they'll walk you through all the things that they know. And trust me, they know a lot.
Yeah, tell them I had you call. They'll give you a discount on it and then ship it free to you.
Right. And I got posted back up. I hope you see it. And I think I got it. No, I didn't have it up. But where'd it go?
Let's see here. Where we at?
Yeah, I put it back up now. YourCBDStoreKeller.com. So copy that down and get their phone number and give them a call and tell them that Kurt and Bo sent you. And
it's behind me are killing me.
We are
killing me.
In a glared position, aren't we? But we're getting a good look on our screen on this feed. It's just everywhere else is not good.
It is ugly behind me.
Your phone ringing.
What is?
Do you hear that?
What?
In her headsets, like a phone ringing way in the back. Maybe it's just my brain hoping I could hear a phone call.
Let's see here.
Are you off the air? Huh?
What?
Are you off the show?
No.
You sure? I don't see it.
Oh, I don't know why that popped up.
You in those apps. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord.
What do you mean? I ain't got no apps open.
Yeah, right.
Why is this doing this?
What? Okay, stop. When you go there, all you do then is hit that to the edge and then go up and then be there.
There we go. That's what I thought. That's what I did.
For any computer related issues, go to theautomotiveedge.com and ask Kurt.
Yeah, you might not want to do that. You go to ask Kurt about anything technical, and you are done. It will not behoove you to do that.
The glare is really killing us here on our
Oh.
being able to find stuff, but it looks good on the screen on the show. But boy, I tell you, it's feeding back on our eyeballs. Hope this is not getting too hot. Let's move it down. Let's move it
it's
down.
real hot.
Let's move it down a little bit here. I want to plug it.
Yeah, that's like real hot.
Should be helpful.
Oh, hang on.
No, don't put the computer there. That's hotter. That's it gets hot too.
Yeah, that's like really, really hot.
Yeah, let's shove this on here. Get this thing cooled off a little bit.
Are we live?
I think so. Yeah, we're back.
Larry? Hello.
We back?
Larry, are you there? Check 1, 2.
Hello. Check 1, 2. Uh-oh. What happened? Did we lose something when we moved it? Check.
Larry, are you there?
Can you see if we're connected? I know we're connected here.
Unbelievable.
Hello? We're back on the air. We're supposed to be.
Larry, are you there? Darn it.
We're back. We got to be back.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep moving here. This month, Eldorado Chevrolet, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. You want to really consider owning a new Chevrolet when it comes to discounts and savings. That's Eldorado Chevrolet, 380-75, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Log on right now to EldoradoChevy.com. Get this up to $16,000 off. Not a 25, a 2026 crew cab. Up to $16,000 off. $7,000 off on all Colorados, not the base models or anything. $7,000 off on all. $6,000 off a 2025 Chevy Traverse. And get this, $6,000 off a 2026 brand new 2026 model Chevy Equinox. Beat the banks with 0% APR. I mean, how much more do you need when it comes to owning a new Chevrolet than Eldorado Chevrolet, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year? Online all the time at EldoradoChevy.com. That's EldoradoChevy.com. And I want to clarify, there's no games or gimmicks or anything else when it comes to these discounts. Not when you get there, they go, well, you got $5,000 worth of ads. You got to buy all this to get this. You have to have this to get that. That just doesn't happen at 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, Eldorado Chevrolet. The prices that they post are the prices that you pay. Jason Long and his staff and Rusty McDonald, Justin Griffin, no one's putting more in trades at a Chevy dealership than Eldorado Chevrolet. And I know this because I've had people drive in from San Antonio, from Houston, Lubbock, from Oklahoma, because of what they're offering on the price. Just think, from San Antonio, how many Chevy stores there are between here and there, that they drove up there to get the best deal on a Chevy Silverado. From Oklahoma City. Why? Because of what they were putting in their trade and what they were selling their truck for. So whether you're local or not local, the place, Eldorado Chevrolet, right there at 75 and 380 in McKinney. Ask for Jason Long, Rusty McDonald, Justin Griffin. Let them know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show, and let them help you with your automotive needs. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. Bo, are we on? Bo doesn't know what he's doing over there. All right. Let's see here. What did I want to cover? The auto industry. What is going on in the auto industry? Let's start off with the average new car. The average new car closing out in the month of September and going up, went from in the $46,000 price range to $49,927, just a hair under $50,000 And now pre-owned has gone up a little bit now to $30,125. So you have a really big spread there, about $19,000 between average and low in new cars versus used automobiles, certified versus new. There used to not be much distance at all between certified and brand new, but now there's a big difference between certified and new. And so a lot of people are like, well, hang on, I'm just going to go ahead and buy a 1 or 2 year old vehicle because it's the same price as what a brand new vehicle would be. And there's all this depreciation and everything. And I really want to pull the curtains back there. Is there more depreciation when you buy a used car or a new car? And moms and dads and grandpas and grandmas and everybody else will tell you that growing up and the way things are is that it is pre-owned. That the pre-owned automobiles, what? We're not on. Oh boy.
It's music. I don't know if we did it on our end. Moving this thing.
No, there's nothing.
We shouldn't change anything. It's just showing.
Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
What's going on?
That's why I called you guys. It's dead air. You guys didn't say anything.
How did we get disconnected for so long?
I don't know. It wasn't on our end. So I had this playing until you jump back on.
Okay.
15 seconds, so we can just go in right now.
All right. 214-787-1190. Hopefully, I don't know what happened there. We just went
Bellied up.
Dead air, but anyway.
We didn't go dead on inside. Play music still.
Do what? Well,
Nothing.
for us. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to recap. I didn't realize that we weren't connected there. New car average, 49,927. Used car average, 30,125. And the reason I bring this up is a lot of people are saying, well, let's go ahead and what's the comparison now between new and used? If you back up 3 years ago and then 4 years ago and start moving forward, there wasn't much gap between certified pre-owned and new. And now you have a big distance between certified and new, unless it's a pickup truck. When it comes to pickup trucks, those are the deal brand new. I can imagine buying pre-owned unless it, was miled up and you had a big stretch between it. But if you could take a certified pre-owned truck versus what you can get a brand new truck for, that's the market. Everything else is completely different when you're buying cars. You look at the difference between a brand new Volvo versus certified pre-owned Volvo, a new Cadillac versus pre-owned Cadillac, a new Honda Accord versus CPO. There is that spread now where people can go, okay, I've got a flavor of choices here versus, well, it doesn't matter. Look what you're selling the new for you, used. And my question to them is, where is the best buy? Is it actually in a new vehicle or is it pre-owned? And the old thought process was that pre-owned was the way to go because somebody else already absorbed all the depreciation. Well, you can take all that stuff and throw it out the door because it's different times. The resale value on pre-owned vehicles, and then when you have the markup in it, do you have more markup in new or do you have more markup in pre-owned? And that's why I tell people, be real careful your mindset on which one's a better buy. But let's do the math. If you call me and say, hey, I'm looking for a new Volvo versus a certified pre-owned versus a used that's non-certified, and let's do the math and see where that is. Because realize that when you drive it off the lot, there's going to be depreciation again. So which one has the most markup? Which one has the best discount? And the best discounts, incentives going into a vehicle is going to be less depreciation when you drive off a lot. But a lot of people don't look at it that way. It's been a mindset. Even when I was bought my second car, because I bought my first car from my dad. He was trading it in, and I knew my dad was just very anal about his car. I knew I was buying a good pre-owned car, but he's like, always buy when you're younger, and you're always stick with pre-owned. Always stick with pre-owned because that's the depreciation's already there. You're going to get a much better deal. Well, let me just tell you, I was at a dealer the other day, and the discount on the pre-owned was way larger than what the new one was, based on the maker model. And we're talking about cars that are not incentivized, cars that on a regular basis, you don't see big rebates or incentives on those cars. There's going to be much more markup on the pre-owned side than on the new car side, based on how long that car has been in stock. So there are some cars that when they put them on the website that have been there, and their floor plan, their interest is fixing to kick in, that they're going to go ahead and start dropping the prices and everything on there. But we need to take a look at them and say, okay, this vehicle has hit its fine point. They've written the car down. They've discounted enough where this is a really good buy. But this is a research that we're going to provide for you. You don't have to do this on your own. We're going to take and figure all this out for you and go, okay, here's your two options. Here's my suggestion, but obviously it's you and you paying for the car. And we'll figure out where all that bottom line is going to be. We up and running, Bo?
Yeah, I think so. We hit a skid there for a minute. I don't know exactly what happened, but just we're back.
We're here.
Back by popular demand. So sometimes we have those little hitches in the get along,
You just got to keep going.
Just keep rolling, baby. It's like when you're on a football team, you're down 50-0, but you still got to get out there.
That's right.
You still got to block and tackle and do all that, knowing your brain's already kicked in.
Yeah, the clock doesn't stop.
Your brain's already kicked in. You still got to go out there.
That's right. Hey, let's talk real quick no, we got to go to break. All right, we'll pick this up when we get back. 214-787-1190 or go to theautomotiveedge.com. Leave me your information, and we'll get you hooked up. Quick break, meet some great sponsors. We'll be right back.
Boy, we might as well sit outside today. I think we would have been back about another. If we'd have had about 2 more feet, we could have moved back. We'd have probably been all right. It's just right. We're right on that edge there of getting it from the winders. The winders. But Art Naismith was so kind to say that he was hearing us loud and clear, and everything's great on the Facebook feed and YouTube feed and LinkedIn, and we're glad to know that because it helps keep everybody tuned in and moving forward. And we do appreciate that. Like and share the broadcast if you can. So we appreciate that too. I think
another 88-degree day.
And these poor football players fighting it out today in that kind of heat. I think the Cotton Bowl's pretty of a hot place to play, isn't it? I've heard
last year it was 93 degrees at kickoff.
Oh, it was? So it's the break today.
It was the hottest October, the hottest October on record.
Last year?
We're on the 4th. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And UNT played last night.
Oh, it was ugly.
Ooh.
It was ugly.
Ooh, I see it. 63-36.
They went up.
I wonder if they're going to cancel the radio show.
14, and they were undefeated.
I know they were.
Best record since 1923. And then the quarterback there, the guy's never been a starting quarterback.
For North Texas.
He's always been on a B team. He came to the coach and goes, look, I'll play safety, wide receiver. I want to play all the way through his, playing football. And he's been killing it. Well, he got in that game and all of a sudden interception, score, fumble, score, interception, score. They They gave away 4 touchdowns,
Early.
28 of those points just in turnovers.
Wow.
And they came out and they were rocking, but then it's just
Too late.
UCF just kept getting every break on the ball. They get down inside the 5, turnover. I'm like, you got to be kidding. They did rattle that quarterback from UCF the first quarter, a little bit of the second, and then it was downhill from there on out. First time ever they sold out that stadium.
And then that's what they came to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's funny, if you flip the numbers around, there's the score.
Yep, exactly right. Well, welcome to reality, UNT. I wonder if they're going to keep the radio show.
Well, let me tell you, Daku put a bunch of money in Teco. It used to be Apogee Stadium,
Yeah,
and now
exactly.
it's Daku Stadium. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, well, they showed their fans a good time last night, didn't they?
Cool. Tough deal. 214-787 1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190.
Art says next show, do it from the front seat of a car. Problem solved.
There we go. Crest
Okay.
Cadillac, right next door. If you missed out on the federal tax EV credit that expired last month, Crest has worked diligently with Cadillac and our finance partners to secure a powerful, though extremely limited allocation of credits through the exclusive Cadillac lease bonus program. This is critical, time-sensitive opportunity. Only a select number of these lease credits are afforded to Crest Cadillac for each qualified Lyriq, Optique, Vistique. Once this limited supply of lease bonus tags are utilized, the program ends immediately. Meaning that, you know, for a lot of people, the end of September tax credit's gone. They are here at Crest Cadillac to help out. Reach out to Mike and his team about these limited lease bonus tags. Head over to Crest Cadillac in Frisco or contact the team through CrestCadillacTX.com. That's CrestCadillacTX.com.
Say that real fast.
5 or more vehicles with approved credit when financed with Cadillac Financial plus TTNL license and the $225 doc fee. Offer expires October 31st for 2025 or when lease bonus tags have been exhausted, meaning the bank only gave so many tax credits for them to use to help you lease an EV from Crest Cadillac. Enjoy the Crest. Enjoy the Crest.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
Enjoy the Crest life at CrestCadillacTX.com. That's CrestCadillacTX.com. Or just head over and meet us here at Crest Cadillac 121 and the Tollway. And I got to tell you, their delivery process here is a standard and staple in the auto industry. That's why you need to enjoy the Crest Live. It's CrestCadillacTX.com. So I've been holding off, and I know Bo is sitting here going,
Oh, boy, here's joke time. Everybody, run, Forrest, run.
what do you mean?
There you go. Hang on.
What will happen if you have a wooden car with a wooden engine and wooden wheels?
It wouldn't start.
Very good.
Hey, 1 out of 1,000.
If you run in front of a car, you'll get tired, but if you run behind the car, you'll get
Left.
exhausted.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like it.
How do German car enthusiast cowboys greet each other?
With a kiss.
Audi, partner.
I like kiss better.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cargo.
Cargo who?
Nope. Algo who. Cargo beep beep. Well, that was a good one.
That's good. I'm laughing.
A radiator is essential and a vital organ to a car. So it's kind of weird that the town in the movie Cars is called Radiator Springs. That's like humans having a city called Liverpool.
That's good. I like that. Liverpool. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Why did the car have a bellyache?
I don't know.
Because it had gas.
I told y'all to run.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate the jokes. And I got to tell you, I had to delete about 20 of them this week. You know why?
Not presentable on radio.
I don't get where y'all come up with dirty car jokes. How in the world did you find dirty car jokes?
I'm sure you can find dirty anything if you look hard enough.
Oh, my goodness gracious. There's a lot of things that, you know, I'm going, how do you research? And I mean, do you just Google dirty car jokes? I'm going,
Probably.
give me a break.
I guess you could.
I don't understand it.
Well, I mean, that's the way the world rolls. Sometimes you got to get that, that filth in there.
I don't get it.
So-called funny.
Dirty car jokes. I didn't even know a site like that even existed, but I guess it does. 214-787-1190. Remember, you can go to theautomotiveedge.com and get your car appraised. We're going to give you a ballpark number based on how you described it. Remember that. How you described it is how we're going to bid the car. So when you get to the dealership, and I did have a couple call me, and they lowered the boom on me. Lowered the boom. Telling me what they thought about my appraisal. So I said, where are you? Luckily, I was about 20 minutes away. I said, I'm on my way. Yeah, when you get here, we need to have a Sunday go to meeting. This is absolutely ridiculous. I went, okay, no problem. So the salesman comes out and said, no conversation. Where they at? I said, come on out. We went around that car, and all he could say was, but, no. Now, come on. I understand that we look at cars differently. When you have a car that starts all the time, you've had no problems, you haven't had to put any money into it, you believe this car is a 10. I get it. Maybe they say maybe a 9. There's a few scratches or dings or dents on it, and you're like, okay. But the reality is, when we went around the car, I was going, come on, folks, there's no way this is an 8. And he goes, well, okay, a 7. I went, it's not even a 7. I said, hang on a second here. Come over to this used car. I said, put your finger down in the tread. And he put his finger down the tread. And I said, what do you feel moving? He goes, there's a lot. Now do it to your car. He goes, okay, a set of tires, $400. I went, $400? You're looking at about $1,000.
When's the last time he went to buy tires?
Yeah.
I guess that's why the tires were like they were.
He goes, $1,000. I said, $1,000. There's no way you're getting 4 tires for, well, you could, but I don't know what you're putting on it. A dealer won't put on $100 tires and try to sell it. I says, now start the car. I said, in fact, you stand there by the hood. And I started up, and he goes, so it needs some lubrication.
Lubrication.
I went, that's not.
Just get your WD-40 out. We'll take care of that real quick.
I went, guys, come on now. And so I went through it, and then I opened it up. And it was tough. It's always tough when you have a car that has been really, really good to you. I like this. Dirty car jokes are found at the car wash. You are the man, Art. That it's always tough to go through a car. And so I bid the car at $12,000, and the car was really a $6,500, $7,000 car. I mean, it didn't need new tires. It needed a lot of work. And I said, buddy, that's going to be the best. He said, well, I would keep it. I said, that's not a bad idea.
Right.
But you know what? You're going to have to I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to put about $3,000 into this car to push this thing down the road for another whatever miles based on how you drive. And he said, really? So we took it over to a couple of shops, and they wrote estimates between $3,500 to $4,800. And I said, are you willing to put all of that money in that car to get $1,000, $1,500 out of it, when you can use that car for the money that you're getting? And when you times the value times 6.25%, what are you actually getting for the car? Because you're going to put all that money into the car, and you still get all the nicks and dings and scratches, the cracked windshield, and the whole interior needed a lot of steam cleaning and work done to it. And once you put all those brand new parts and everything on it, are you creating some of the weaker stuff to fail?
And if he trades it, then there's a trade difference that he'll get.
That's right.
From a standpoint of the taxes.
That's right.
So, I mean, there's a big bonus for that too.
Yeah, and putting that much money into the car retail, you're still not going to get all that back.
No.
So why not?
Actually, it's going to make it worse for him, because now he's deeper into it, and now his car still ain't worth it much.
So more. I said the dealer's willing to go $7,000. If I were you, if it were me, and I had this car. Not to say that it's a bad car, it's just that it's not. Yeah, I guess the old adage, "Beauty in the eye of the beholder," and
Right.
I get it because I get a lot of stories when people come to trade their cars with me. They tell me these dissertations about that car that are just unbelievable, and I'm going, okay, those stories don't bring value. Condition and miles is where all the value is. But I get the stories. I get the heartfelt stories. I get the ones that mom or dad had passed on, or grandma or grandpa. They took care of the car, this, that, and the other. And I get that. But emotions don't create value. Now, if it was a car that Elvis Presley drove, or Steve McQueen, or I get all that. But that's not what I've ever seen traded in. And so when I look at cars and people start giving me these long stories, usually better than 50% of the time, there's not a car deal there for them. For me, I'll say, okay, what are you looking for? And they hit me with a number. I'm like, okay. And they said, what do you think? I said, folks, I don't know at this time anybody that would give you that much money for your vehicle. I'm sorry, but I am nowhere near that number, and I'm going to be one of the higher bids around town. They're like, really? What are you thinking? I said, folks, it's really not important. And the sad thing is, they keep pressing me to get that number, and I give it to them. And they look at me like, you have lost your mind, and it's tough.
So they find out that you hadn't.
Yeah, I looked at a car the other day, and the guy was telling me we drove it off the showroom floor. We fell in love in this car, and blah 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 blah. And he had all these great stories, but I went, nobody cares when they're buying a car, the story behind it, unless you were a superstar or a celebrity, or
And even then,
yeah,
it's still a car.
yeah, kind of like on what is it,
Seinfeld, John Voight. I call it John Voight's car, and come to find out it wasn't the John Voight.
He goes, well, he don't spell Voight that way.
I know. And he was going around town. He had a pencil that had the bite mark from John Voight, and he was trying to match it up to see if it was really his
Yeah, he
car.
found him somewhere. Could you bite this pencil, please? Yeah, those are the things that sell, not really anything else. So,
That's a question about EVs.
okay, well, we're going to break. Can they hold on?
Yeah, they can hold on.
Yeah, tell them to hold on. Let's take a quick break. 214-787-1190. We'll be right back. How are we doing here?
I think it's a lot better. That's a lot better.
Yeah, still a little toasty.
Get some shade. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
What's your bet? What's your bet?
My bet.
Just the signs are all there. Okay, there we go. All right. Thank you, Art, for that great joke. Appreciate that. And everybody tuning in here on our.
I like that. Art is really game on.
Well, he's a Royal Purple. Didn't you know that? Don't be burning
Dirty
my.
car jokes are found at the car wash.
That's my buddy from Bowman High School, Royal Purple, Lufkin, Texas. Yes. You know who we haven't heard from in a while? Two or 3 weeks at least. Our Bodan brother from Wichita Falls, another Royal Purple. Gary Coker. Where's Gary been? Guess I have to call him up and tell him to tune into the show. Hey, Gary, are you listening? I have to call you on the phone. Wake
So
you up.
you didn't go to your reunion, did you?
No.
Why not?
It's too far away.
How far to Beaumont? 4 hours?
5.
Well, you drive to
5 to
neck
6.
of nowhere.
I don't go there either. Purple Haze is the one that goes out there.
Huh.
It's too far. I occasionally go to Beaumont, but it has to be you know,
Well, you got friends. Didn't you just go down there and see some friends?
not too long ago. The one that had the pool in the backyard. Yeah. It's been a while since
That's a
we've been.
backyard right there.
It certainly is. But it's been over a year since we've been there
So why would you drive there and not go see all your friends?
because they don't like me. I'm not so sure they're still my friends.
Did you break a lot of hearts back then?
I don't know. Maybe. I refuse.
I don't know. Maybe.
I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that might incriminate me. Oh. Yeah. Bowman's not a place that's boy, it's kind of gone downhill.
I always tell my boys, always be nice to the girls. Don't see colors, see relationships. Don't see size, see friendships. And I mean, I got along with all the girls in school.
Yeah.
You know what? In class, I always sat with the girls.
Oh, me too. That's one thing.
And I had a teacher go, so why are you sitting here with all the girls? I said, well, what does it matter? And boy, her and I got into it. She threw me out of her class, and I went to the principal's office. What's the deal? I said, she's mad because I'm sitting with the girls. And he goes, what? What do you mean? She's mad. And I'm gonna tell you what, they were always the smartest in the classroom.
I always tried to work my way around that area too.
But you for other reasons. I didn't pass.
What do you mean for other reasons?
Yeah, we know why. For me, man, I'm telling you what, I sat around. I remember
18 seconds till we're back live.
Karen Stevenson and Susan Whitaker, and I can name a bunch of girls that helped me. Renee Rich, they were smart. And I was like, hey, I don't understand this. And they would help me.
Ronnie Swain said there's only two friends that Bo Carver has still, and that's him and Jim Gibson, which is a friend of ours. Probably true, Ronnie. That's funny.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Crest Infinity, right next door, 121 on the tollway. Their highly sought after 2026 QX80 autograph in radiant red. White is back at Crest Infinity. It's first class ticket for everyone, not just the driver. All three rows are wrapped in a gorgeous quilted semi-aniline leather. Plus, the first and second rows have massaging, heated, and ventilated seats to keep everyone comfortable. The QX80 is one of my top rides. I call them land yachts. You know what? I don't like long distance driving, but I could drive this thing from here coast to coast. The best configuration. They're going to sell out fast. Head over to Crest Infinity or browse their latest inventory.
See what that was?
What was that?
A rabbit.
CrestInfinity.com. That's CrestInfinity.com. And already the low APR financing of 2.9%. And there's always 5 or more available at 2.9% finance for 60 months. With the new 2026 Infinity QX60 or 80 through Infinity Financial Services on approved credit. Enjoy the Crest Live, CrestInfinity.com. Let's go to the phone lines. We have a caller who wants to talk about EVs. What's going on today? Hello, caller. Larry, are you there?
Here, they're live on the board.
I can't hear them.
We can't hear them. And Ralph said he couldn't hear us a while ago either. So we're not connecting.
We can't hear them. So
Gotcha.
Okay, let's keep rolling. It was amazing. I did a survey the other day, and it came back and asked people what's most important to them on a car. What's most important to them on a car? And if you back up years ago, let's back up. I don't know if your memory serves you that wrong because you're really old.
Mm-hmm.
But if you backed up like 10 years ago, what do you think the most important thing was to people on a car?
On the car?
Yeah. What was it about the car that was most important to them? Overall?
That's a good question. I'm not real sure.
MPG.
Oh, okay.
Miles per gallon.
Yeah.
What kind of miles you get? Now back up 8 years ago. What were people looking at that you saw displayed prominently on the window sticker?
Pricing.
Crash ratings.
Oh, okay.
Was it 5-star, 4-star?
Right,
yeah, what was it?
Right.
And then what was next?
Probably durability. Like,
Technology.
okay.
And you know what? I think these cars are over tech.
Boy, there's no doubt about that.
You know, I still didn't even understand half the stuff on my vehicle. So we went from MPG to safety, and I was going back through some of my really, really old notes, and how many people said, well, what kind of safety rating does it get? I looked online. I saw the crash test was this. And you'll back up to the day. You know, there was lawsuits over the way they were testing them. Remember rollovers?
Yeah.
When they were saying this car would flip over, that car would flip over. There was documentation. I've got to go back into my notes and everything and find it where one of them was saying they were sued and taken to court, and they won saying, make this vehicle roll over.
Wow. And
so many people were going. I remember I was selling Bronco 2s, the small Bronco, and everybody, I know we're not going to buy it because it rolls over. These little the small SUVs back then, they were tall and skinny. They're going, oh, they're going to roll over. They're going to flip. People, once they got out, they were so scared of buying the small SUVs. And I was like, I've never had one roll over. You know, and then they had it where they put the extended wheels on it. Do you remember the commercials? They had the extended, and they're showing whether they would tip over. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then they would show theirs where it didn't have training wheels on it, going, oh, this thing will never roll over. I mean, there was so much stuff to weed through with the small SUVs. So safety was a big thing. Then technology. And so my question, how much technology is too much technology? And for this younger generation, there's not enough. For me, I think there's too much stuff in these infotainment systems.
Well, one of the biggest problems of having, you know, accidents and situations on our road is driver distraction. And we want to always talk about the cell phones, but I mean, you get in some of these high technology vehicles and you're going like, it's overwhelming. It's like learning a whole new software package somewhere. And I get that. I would bet, you may know more about this and I know you will, but I would bet that I'm going to change it a little bit. I bet 80%, maybe even 90 of the people that drive more newer vehicles do not use all of the technology in that car.
Oh, 100%.
They just don't.
100%.
They'll use some of what they like or whatever, and then they don't fool with the rest of it because they either don't want it or they don't need it or don't understand it. So a lot of these vehicles that most people are driving, they're not using all this technology these cars offer. And so I think that's kind of sad because that's what drives the price up.
Do you use backup camera?
No, I
don't either.
I don't.
It drives me nuts.
And Purple Haze gets upset at me because I don't, but I don't see it very well. It's cloudy sometimes, and I'm just used to old school to look in the rearview mirror and the side mirrors, or turning my head around. Look, I just feel a lot more comfortable than that.
Put your arm over the back seat.
Yeah, instead of staring at the screen. I don't get
Melinda
it.
always said, "Why don't you use it?" Because I don't.
I get the same thing, and
you know the programming and setup of a system now drives me nuts.
Yeah,
you know when I got my truck, I said, "Hey, does it have a internal gas release?" He goes, "No," and hand me the keys. He goes, "You want to set your phone up?" So I set the phone up before I left. I was gone.
Right.
And then I got to the house, and when I looked at all the buttons,
they want to try it one more time for the phone.
I got all the buttons and gauges and everything to mess with on there. I'm like, no way. All right. Do we have a caller on the line?
Let's try it again.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who do we have joining us
Hey, guys,
today?
can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
We can hear you.
Hello. All right. Hey.
Touchdown.
I have a question.
Touchdown.
All right.
Hey.
You are the
I have a
multi-million-dollar
question for y'all.
winner.
Okay, what you got?
Hey, all right. I appreciate it. Long time, first time caller. All right. How do y'all know if an EV is an optimist?
If an EV is an
It's always looking on the bright side of the current.
That's a good one right there.
You're the winner.
Oh.
You just won 1 million
Hey, I got another one.
toothpicks.
All right.
Hey, so I have a question. Like, well, y'all were talking about earlier. You know, you're talking about these EV credits. I think that this has been going on for like. Is it just every year they say around Q4 they're like, oh, the EV credits are going away. We only have so many of these, and then they renew them every year. I mean, should I just wait until 26 if I'm interested in purchasing an EV, or is you guys think that this is something that this is the final straw, if you will?
Okay, now there's a difference between the federal tax credits and tax credits.
Okay.
Big difference. So the $7,500 came from the federal government, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Now they have tax credits where the banks, Bank of America, Chase, whatever this is, okay, we have $100 million in tax credits to where if they lease a car, we, the bank, will waive the taxes. And so it's a completely different thing than.
Is that the taxes that would normally be attached to a car when you buy it?
That so what happens is when I was managing a lease company, the bank would send me $500,000 in tax credits, and these were lease returns that came in that were there. We would assign that VIN number and value to that next car where that customer did not have to pay tax credits. If they bought a high-end car, I could take multiple tax credits, put them together where the consumer never had to pay not TT&L, just the taxes,
right,
the license and registration they had to pay. But tax credits have been around for a very long time, hit and miss depending on the manufacturer or the bank, where the $7,500 has been a given for the last 5 years. So two completely different. Now, now the banks are stepping in going, wait a minute here. We're floor planning the dealerships. We have millions of dollars of inventory sitting here. What are we going to do? Well, we have to produce tax credits, X amount of them, to offset the $7,500 that was taken away by the federal government to keep the EV cars moving down the line. So it's something that the banks and manufacturers are putting up, not the federal government. So those have been in place forever.
Okay.
It's just how many tax credits are going to have available for you, the consumer, that are non-government affiliated.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I appreciate the intel.
Appreciate your jokes. We'll get the million toothpicks sent to you right away.
You want to leave on a high note?
I have one. I do have one. I do have one more question.
Yep.
Okay.
Why do EV drivers never argue? Because they stay positive. I'll see myself out, boys. Thank you.
Cha-ching. Thanks, buddy.
That was a good one.
Have a great Saturday. Thanks for calling us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeart Media Network. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, well, home run. I knew that. So the phone lines are open.
Well, I'm kind of glad we didn't get served breakfast because I'm not doing breakfast. I have been fasting now. I did a cleanse for 10 days.
Well, I'm not.
And I've been doing that speed fasting.
Sweet. Now, what is speed fasting mean?
Where you change up your fasting. Like some people just do breakfast and not eat the rest of the day, and then they'll do that for a couple of days, and they'll have lunch, but they have a late breakfast, or they have a late lunch, and then not have dinner, and then they'll.
What are you talking about when they compress it in a certain amount of hours?
Yeah, and then
you only eat between the 6 hour time frame, whether it be 2 to 6
you'll
or
skip
something.
breakfast and lunch, and then have an early dinner, and not eat that night, and it's a pattern that you follow, and you alternate it based on, because if I don't eat at a certain time, I get headaches, and so what I had to do was I wouldn't do anything till like noon, and then I had fresh fruit, and I had some yogurt, I had some just fresh salmon,
right.
And then a lot of water. I was drinking 6 bottles of water a day. And then you got to get over that hump, because there's some times where your body kicks and goes, hey, where's dinner?
What do they call that? Keto or something like that?
Yeah, ketosis.
Yeah. That kind of stops you from getting down.
Yeah, so I started doing the cleanse, and first week I lost 10 pounds.
There you go.
And you got to be very, very disciplined. It's not for everybody, but if you really want to get the weight off. And then last night, Melinda fasted for a couple of days, and then we ordered Italian food, and I didn't even eat half, and I was done. I had chicken and spinach, and I had maybe, I don't even think half of it. And I went, here's your leftovers. And so it's really good once your body starts adapting to it, and then you go to eat. It's amazing how much
You just don't
eat.
want to eat as much as you thought you wanted to eat.
Uh-uh.
You might be hungry, but then you get into, we shared half a hamburger yesterday. I split a burger. Purple Haze and I did split it, and I was full.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a very big hamburger either. Just we ate at Brahms and had a few fries with it. But I mean, I'm full. I didn't want any more. So it does take you to a place if you get to those areas where your body says, "Hey, you don't need it."
Yeah, we split the new pretzel Chick-fil-A sandwich, pretzel bun.
Sounds pretty
good. And she goes, they didn't. Melinda ordered a meal and they forgot the fries, but we had the club, which had the lettuce and tomato on it. We both had half and we were fine.
Yeah, I think that the people, that's what kind of why America is really obese, is we overeat because we're overfed.
Yeah. And so
seconds till we're back live.
Okay, thanks.
I have completely changed. I threw out everything in the house that was processed. Everything. There's no processed food in our house.
That's good.
And so everything.
So what did you consider processed food?
All the cereals, which we're not big cereal people anyway, but gone. We don't do canned vegetables at all. We just don't.
So is that considered processed food?
Oh yeah.
Canned like.
Oh yeah. When you look at it,
when
you see 500 milligrams of sodium, so it'll not spoil. And then there's some tomato sauces out there that you have to go to like Central Market and pay stupid money for, but the sodium is like almost zero. But you wind up paying $10-11 for a jar of it.
Well, isn't that the problem with America's, that everything that's good for you is out of sight?
Oh yeah,
instead of the other way around.
Yep. And so there's a certain place that I buy my chickens and my meats. Yeah, I buy my meats and chickens through a farm to table ranch.
Okay, cool.
And or field to table, whatever they call it, grass to table.
All right.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190, or go to theautomotiveedge.com and leave me your information. And let's get it to where you're not going to the dealership and spend. There was a gentleman coming out there saying he was there 5 hours and didn't buy a car.
Whoa.
I'm like, did you just love being there? They must have had a great delicatessen or showing movies and gave you popcorn. How do you go to a dealer for 5 hours and not buy anything?
That's long enough to pay rent.
If you're there and you want to test drive everything, that's going to take a long time. But to go there on one specific vehicle and not buy. In fact, Melinda yesterday, the lady that was assisting Melinda told her that she was at a dealership for the same thing, 5-6 hours, and didn't buy a vehicle.
Ooh.
And I'm going, let me just tell you, you won't have that problem with me. If you go to theautomotiveedge.com and you leave me your information, we're going to set you up with a car. You'll know the price and a ballpark of your car based on your description before you even get there. And all you have to do is go there, test drive, make sure it's the one that you want, the one that we talked about. If not, they'll show you another one, and the price is already set. And then you agree and you go home. So you don't have to do it. I'm going to introduce you to some great people. And here's one thing that I want to be real clear on. Just because that product isn't on my website does not mean we can't help. We can help you.
And there's no charge.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Well, you got to send out a hug.
Well, you're getting an apple pie next week.
Oh, baby. You got the conversation in on that.
Yeah,
huh?
I've got 2 more weeks of my program. And so I will not be indulging, but you're going to get the pie.
I can't wait.
You can't. I'm telling you. A lot of people that say they don't like Granny Smith apples, they ain't never had one of her pies.
No, not the way they make them old style wise.
And the way she braids that dough.
It's just old style and old school.
Oh,
can't wait.
And the whole thing is I'm going to have to smell that thing the whole way to you and not eat any.
I'm sorry.
I have to reach to get a pinch.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
can have more to pinch.
Can't do it. Got to stay strong.
All right.
214-787-1190 is the number. Go to highlyaccuratefort.com. They're moving into a new location in November. Stay tuned for details.
Wow,
the new
really?
address is going to be 3200 Loop 820. David Gomez, managing partner, is building a brand new facility
Now,
with Jason Hiley.
What direction is that from where they are?
Going west. So you're going to cross over 35 on 820,
and go
you go around by Azle, and
Okay.
it'll be down on the right-hand side.
So they'll be over there really close to Judge Christopher Gregory.
Yeah, a little bit further down the highway.
Right, not far.
Remember where the gun range is?
Yeah.
Okay, just a little bit south of that.
Oh, then it's really kind of around there.
Yeah, it's not as far right past Chisholm Trail.
Okay.
And so, but anyway, in the meantime, they want to get rid of all this inventory and just
they don't want to move it.
Ship. That's right. So if you go to highlyaccuratefort.com, that's highlyaccuratefort.com. Look at all the zero at signing lease programs that they have going on right now. And I got to tell you what, that MDX is one of the coolest SUVs in the marketplace right now because it does everything. It gives you ride, handling, acceleration, the sporty side of things, but it also gives you all the luxury features. And I got to tell you, if I wasn't my size, that Acura Integra, the blue one on the showroom floor, I posted on my website. Everything about that is gorgeous. The inside, the exterior, the triple exhaust system, which sounds absolutely phenomenal. And it's an A-spec, which gives you all the horsepower and everything you need. That car would be in my garage. I like everything about that car, except for I wish it was just a little bit bigger. So if you're not 6 foot, we're not going to talk about my weight yet. I am down 17 pounds, 17 more to go. That car is a must drive. David Gomez and his staff are probably one of the best educated people in their product. They live, eat, and breathe Acura. They're proud of what they sell. And they will highly favor your time and highly respect what is going on each and every time you, the consumer, shows up. highlyaccuratefort.com. All right. Here's one thing I get a lot of is, should I go to my bank and get pre-approved? 100%. 100%. Why not? But here's the thing. Don't take that pre-approval letter that you got in the mail and bring that in like a pre-approval letter. Because that's all it is. When you get the letter saying, hey, you're pre-approved up to $50,000, keep going down on the letter because it says, please apply at wherever. It's not automatic. And there's so many people still bring, well, I've got $50,000 credit with the bank. That is a pre-approval application, not a pre-approval letter. So if you go to the bank, a lot of people are calling me with, I guess USAA has got some really good rates for the military out right now. And then there's EECU Credit Union. You get a lot of people calling me with that credit union going, hey, we're pre-approved. Let me tell you, 9 times out of 10 on pre-owned, the dealer's going to have a better rate. And 9 times out of 10, or not, probably 10 out of 10 on new car. Now, there's a lot of people that are very loyal to the bank. People with USAA, I don't care what the rate is. They're sticking with USAA. I get it.
Even Gronk wants that.
I'm telling you. Yeah. There were so many people coming in. I'm with you. I'm with USAA, and I went, okay, that's done.
No more questions.
Any further. We got more to cover here. Quick break. 214-787-1190. We'll be right back. Do you need to move that router down the floor? You put it on the floor in the shade. It'll still go. Well, good morning. The lovely Melinda Chase joining us. Hope you're feeling well this morning and enjoying your harem of doggies. Thanks, everybody on Facebook Live for joining us. Remember to share and like the show. You know, there's going to be somebody, friends or family or someone that's going to go, hey, we need some help with the car, and direct them our way to save them so much time and money when it comes to their automotive needs. Always send them to theautomotiveedge.com and let us help you out. We'll take good care of them. Never a fee, never a charge, handshake, hug, or repair. We take all three when it comes to your automotive needs. Theautomotiveedge.com. Well, there's a lot of people here on the showroom floor at Crest Volvo. Go to crestvolvocars.com and check it out. There's a lot of people here driving. I couldn't tell you how many certified pre-owned they have here as well. And there's some good pricing on them. Go to crestvolvocars.com and check it out.
Next time we need to make sure we can back up about 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah, should have been on the other side, but
well, we probably could have found a plug over there like that over here
yeah,
too.
That's hot too.
It's warm.
Be all right.
Be
Got
okay.
an hour to go.
Yeah. They probably have another plug like that over there we could have used. So remember that when we come back.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling hungry.
That's a good feeling, isn't
Got
it?
a bunch of yard work. You got to see the front of my house.
What are all the new stuff you've done?
There's pumpkins and a scarecrow.
Oh, you did all that? Thought you weren't going to do that. Oh, y'all did more of a pumpkin.
Melinda wanted to do fall this year,
which we haven't even had.
not Christmas, November 1st. She asked me not to decorate the house for Christmas, November 1st.
Uh-oh.
Broke my heart.
Ooh. Thought you had that in your vows.
It was. She reneged.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why not? What's the purpose?
Melinda.
How far you got to go before you start putting it up?
Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
Never.
Whoa.
Get this.
That's hard.
In 46 years. 46 years.
You're going to be pacing.
That I had my tree and my house decorated for Christmas, November 1st. 46 years.
Your neighbor's going to be going, who's that guy?
No, the lights are going up.
Oh, you're going
Believe that. The lights are going up. Yeah. November 1st. I'm already booked. Yeah, there are going to be lights on my house.
But inside the house, not going to have much.
And my grandson.
His heart broken.
Well, I broke out a bunch of, he loves putting out all the nutcrackers. Then he goes home and then I put them all up. And I said, don't worry. Soon we're going to put out all
of them. And they'll stay up a while.
Oh, yeah. Well, they'll stay up till January 5th. And I've already figured out how to rearrange the furniture to put the tree up this year where it's more in focus than behind the couch.
Right.
And yeah. So even all over the shelves, everything got put up. It's now pumpkins, and there's some pumpkins. There's even a drape across the fireplace of pumpkins.
It's real pumpkins?
On the formal dining area, it's pumpkins. And on the family dining area, there's pumpkins.
Melinda says, give fall and the turkey a chance too. Melinda, I'm with you. That's
here we go.
That's my go-to deal with that. I agree with you. This doing Christmas at Halloween and all that's garbage. Garbage. When I grew up, there was no such thing as putting up Christmas till Thanksgiving Day. And that's when we did it.
Dumb.
because you brought in Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving's when you started putting the tree together, and then the rest of the time
Yada yada.
after Christmas, or I mean after
No.
Thanksgiving till Christmas, you enjoy Christmas time.
Yada yada yada.
Well,
None
most
of that.
everybody knows you'd have Christmas decorated year round, but
You know, we had a contest every year. The brothers would buy live trees,
right.
and we would see who could keep them alive the longest. Boy, my girlfriend, she was like, "Are you going to do that again this year?" And I said, "Well, you're going to quit dating me if I do?" She goes, "I might. I won't get out. We're broke up." And she'd tell everybody, "Boy, these Chase brothers are just dumb." I remember Vinny won one year. He kept that first tree till August.
All right, we are back live, guys.
Live.
Thank you.
And what you do is you just kept trimming off a little bit of the bottom, and you fill it with sugar water and you
Right.
fry it.
Keeps it dry, wet. Yeah.
He had it after he got done with the beer, he'd put the tab back in it and turn it and hang the beer can on the tree.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What happened there?
Well,
We lost something. That
are
ain't
we
that.
there?
That ain't this. That ain't that.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Or always start at theautomotiveedge.com. They'll just help you with your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. Man, I am seeing some bad body work on some of these vehicles now. And I am taking and having to really help some people and marking their cars with a grease marker and sending it back to the body shop. I mean, I'm looking at some stuff going, you should never, ever accept that. This is totally unacceptable. And luckily, these dealerships have a lifetime warranty. So when you're taking your car to a body shop, check out the warranty. Make sure they have a lifetime warranty on their work, parts and labor, when you're using them. Because there was some, I looked at a car that I looked down the side of it and went, guys, take this car back. The whole side of this has got to be redone. And so the guy comes out and he's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I was like, buddy, that is one of the worst paint jobs. This was a nice car. And so they took it back in, put him back in a rental car. They picked up the tab and got it back, and
But
it
the
was
best time
100% better.
But best time to do it is right then after it happens. You wait 6-8 months down the road, you're kind of in bad shape.
Yep. Hey, you're looking for luxury. You're looking for that top of the line loaded out pickup truck. Head to Classic Buick GMC. Jermaine Pearson, I'm telling you, you'll love the guy. I can't talk about him enough. If you stop over to Classic Buick GMC, I-20 in Collins, ask for Jermaine Pearson, the GSM, you will fall in love with this guy and the way they sell their cars. And the Buick line, forget your age, forget who used to drive it, grandma, grandpa, mom, and dad. They've got some of the coolest rides out there that are very affordable. When you're looking at the Invista and look at the price point and compare with options, the quality, the luxury, everything on that car versus others, man, it will blow you away. And then you take a look at their line of GMC products, the GMC Terrain, the GMC Yukon XL, and then their pickup trucks. I mean, that is, you pull up and you know it's a GMC. See, I'm a Chrome guy.
Yeah, I know.
And you pull up and you see those pickup trucks, they are a wow factor. And then they have your Hummers. If you're into big, bad electric, you can't beat the Hummer. And then the Buick Enclave, I keep talking about it every week, is in my top 5 by far SUVs. And I don't know how much more luxury and ride ahead. Now with the new Enclave, I've got to go back and see what the older ones weighed in this one, because this one feels so much heavier and bigger. And they have the 3 different trim levels for you. And then it comes down to place. It is worth your time to drive to I-20 and Collins in Arlington and meet Jermaine Pearson and his staff at Classic Buick GMC. Go to classicarlington.com. That's classicarlington.com. They're going up to $3,000 bonus cash on their Buicks, which we haven't seen before. And then on their pickup trucks, that massive discount. Everybody wants to get rid of 2025s right now. And then it comes down to where are you going to spend your second largest purchase. I'm telling you, Classic Buick GMC Arlington. I-20 in Collins. Meet Jermaine Pearson after you log on to classicarlington.com. Pick the one you want. Meet Jermaine. Just remember the Jackson 5. Jermaine, one of the brothers, but he's Jermaine Pearson. classicarlington.com. Okay, big question this week. Are we getting closer where it's better to sell outright than trade in with the dealership? And I got two words. Absolutely not. The dealers are putting all the money in the trades. They need trade-ins. We're millions behind in trade-ins because of the virus. The virus killed so many trade-ins this past couple of years because people were buying out the residual because the residual was less than the value. I don't ever remember in my 30 plus years in this industry ever seeing that. Usually the residual was not a good buy. It was a good buy to the car, and then you got another one. And now it's a different ball game. A lot of people are buying their residuals because they're looking at a pre-owned car and go, well, I'm going to take this one. But selling it outright, remember, if you think the truck's worth 22 and you're getting 20 times 20,000 times 6.25%, and now look at the difference. And then you got to worry about who's coming to your home, who's driving your car. Do you have
if that car even comes back?
Yeah. Do you have the proper paperwork ready to go if you do sell it? Do you have a copier to copy their driver's license? Do you know who you are selling it to? Do you have an as-is form? And do you know to take the tags off? They do not leave with your tags on that car. You take them off and destroy them. You take off the toll tag. So if they get pulled over, they can tell the officer, yeah, here's a buyer's order. I just bought it. They pull the tags. I'm going to DMV on Monday to sell it. And all the documentation is there. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready for some stranger to show up and go, hey, let's take it for a ride?
You lost me right there. It's just a stranger coming to my place.
Yeah.
I mean, he may end up taking more than your car.
Different times.
No doubt.
It is such a sad state of affairs when we don't know who's coming to our home to buy the automobile.
Now, if you have a good friend or somebody that you know and y'all worked out the deal, I get it. I mean, all that's good out there and capable of getting done without a problem. But just as an open market, laying your life out on the line like that and just giving your address and all that stuff out there.
But you still got to do all the right paperwork.
That's true. I'm not denying that either, but I'm just saying I get maybe doing that with somebody you know.
Yep.
You know, to take it in that category, but still, that's a lot of work even doing that.
Yeah, so they don't come back and you call the police and say, hey, I think they stole my car.
It's not a stolen vehicle.
And they say, did you give them the car? Yeah, the keys. Yeah, and you just let them take it. Yeah, well, that's not really a stolen car.
Still just say
that thing's headed to a chop shop.
Mm-hmm.
And so good luck getting it back. So now you've lost a car. You got to file it against your insurance. I'm telling you, go to theautomotiveedge.com. Let's get it appraised. Quit going online and looking at retail because your car is not a retail piece. It's never a retail piece. Once you buy the car, it's pre-owned. You have depreciation. Well, let's see how much of that we can minimize and what we can get the top value. Because I have, when you fill out your trade appraisal on my website, I know who to take that car to. I know who's going to put all the money in it. If it's a wholesale piece, I know who's going to put the most money in it. Motorcycles, I know who's going to buy them. I've been saying, I even believe how many people call me with C-Do's.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
And I'm going, but then I started making some phone calls going, hey, who do we know that deals with boats and Sea-Doos? And they gave me a guy's name and, he's able to give him a phone call. But I got to tell you what, I'm shocked how bad boats and motorcycles depreciate.
No, that's a big depreciation.
Ugly. But
big time.
We have places to take it. So before you go, hey, I'm going to put it online or I'm going to put it in front of my house with a phone number on it, you don't have a clue what you're dealing with. I highly don't recommend it. I tell you, stay away from that, especially, and then you're buying cars from individuals. Another could be potentially a bad mistake when you're not doing all the legwork to find out everything you possibly can about that car.
And I was going to send me interrupt, but that's the great thing about a dealer buying your vehicles, that you just send them the keys.
Yeah.
They do all that paperwork for you. They do it all. And, you know, whether you're trading it, you'll get the tax difference credit. You know, there's a lot of positive things when you can just hand them the key when they say, well, we if you're not trading it and you just sell it, they don't mind that either.
Yep.
They'll here, we'll write you a check and have a great day. And we got your car and everything's done.
Well,
why wouldn't you? It's a new day. I don't even know why anybody even think about selling their car on their own anymore.
You know what blows me away is how many people, they call me up and say, you're not going to believe it. They won't let me take it to a mechanic. I'm like, what? You're at the wrong place. What are they hiding if you don't get to take it to a mechanic? Now, if you're at a dealership, a real dealership, not a box store or whatever the case may be, they're going to read what it says on their warranty and everything and say, hey, I want to take a look at all that. If they misrepresent that car and you find out, you have recourse. These other places, good luck. Good luck. I mean, I had some friends that said, hey, we found these two cars. Get this. We show up to the warehouse and I drive with them. We opened it up. They opened up the door for us to come and look, and every car in there was covered with dust. And we went in there, and here's this little wooden desk with a fold-up chair
with a big cigar,
with a Texas dealer license
with a big
above it.
cigar in his mouth.
I went, do you understand how sketchy this is? And they're going, did you see the okay, look here, let me help you real quick. I'm not going any further. And the guy came out, and I'm going, buddy, you don't even clean your cars. He goes, no need to. I went,
commercial break in 30
wow.
seconds.
You got to be careful. It's a different deal. I am your trusted voice in the auto industry to help you with your automotive needs. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just have a helping hand in the game.
Right.
214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
See the one that straightens it. Then why can't you teach them? How many times you got to show somebody something so they, especially how important it is? That's make sure it's correct. Okay, we had a little sidebar issue there, so thanks for bearing with us here on our social media site, the Automotive Edge Facebook page, LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, and YouTube, youtube.com/the Automotive Edge. Take you right to it. And my understanding is through the Mr. Chase Enterprises that there are some things going to be loaded up, and other than just our live videos, there some short videos, some short edited issues there that you can check out. So those are going to be added. So check it out, like it, and share that YouTube page. We'll appreciate
make your
that.
comments, and if there's a car that you'd like to see test driven, because we do the videos. My son brings the camera equipment, and we do the ride and drives. Let us know. Hey, I just saw this online, and we'll go find that car and drive it for you and go through it and do our due diligence, and then it'll become a video that we archive on the Automotive Edge YouTube. And then as well as we'll be posting intermittently the different ride and drive. We can only put so many on the website for storage reasons. But then everything else will be archived on our YouTube channel.
There you go.
So
check it out and see what's going on there. And of course, we're there every Saturday morning on the Automotive Edge radio show on YouTube, as well as Facebook and LinkedIn. So, and it's the same feed. It's not a separate feed going to each one. It's the same, and we do it while we're live on the radio, and we talk behind the scenes when we go to radio break. But that's what we do each and every Saturday morning. I think we're good over the next couple of weeks being our regular time, right? Is there another time where there's a noon game?
maybe the 18th. We're not sure yet. Maybe next week. We don't. It says TBD.
That's not
Other
that.
than that,
Yeah. But we're at El Dorado next Saturday, right?
oh yeah, we're going to be talking about that. We got the big barbecue cook-off coming
Next Saturday.
next Saturday. So today's the 10th, correct?
Yep.
So this is to be announced. So we don't know.
And well, with that score, they may have the game at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah, but it don't matter. We're going to be live. We're going to have all our video feeds. It's a big deal for the Guns and Hoses
Right.
Foundation next Saturday at El Dorado Chevrolet in McKinney. You want to come out, eat some good
Back on
barbecue,
in
and
15
support the
seconds.
Guns and Hoses Foundation.
Yes, definitely. And it's a what do they call it? Authentic or something? What do they call it when these points and all are
Yeah,
for?
it's part of the certified barbecue.
Yes, certified.
service.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking for.
Two 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment goes to Classic Kia Carrollton. My buddy Alan Glover, general manager, and he's put some pretty cool videos out right
I've been
now.
saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to ClassicKiaCarrollton.com, that's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com, and check out the videos. They're very humoring, but you know what? They have fun over there selling cars, and it makes a big, big difference. It's a very low-keyed atmosphere, but a great line of product. I'm telling you, Kia just continues to get better and better, and you can always tell by lease programs when a manufacturer has their lease program. You're seeing 0 down, 0 up front, 0 first, whatever the case may be. And Jesse Hull, managing partner, along with Alan Glover, general manager, has got it rocking and rolling. Their service department has taken a big tick up to get you in and out and get you taken care of. One of the best warranties in business, 10-year, 100,000 mile. And once again, it comes down to people. I can't tell you more and more each day that it comes down to people, process, and product. Because there's a lot of you that love the product you want to buy, and you get to a place and go, boy, this thing got foobarred. You're not going to have that problem in Classic Kia Carrollton. For your Kia needs, log on now to ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. Select call Alan Glover. The phone number's there. Tell him you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and enjoy your shopping experience, because they know not everybody's ready to buy. So they have that one moment to step up, do it right, show you the right way to buy or lease a Kia. So if the decision is next week, next month, whatever the case, you'll know where to get your next Kia, and that's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com.
I bet I know where I can find Jesse this afternoon about 2:30.
He's a big Oklahoma State guy.
I know, but he goes to that game.
Yeah, I bet he's there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it.
How would you not? So one of the all-time lingering questions that I continue to get annually that I just kind of snicker when I see it, and it says, hey, Kurt, what domestic vehicles would you compare to imports? I'm like, there's a bunch. There's a bunch. Here's the thing. You know the best car out there?
You're talking about a regular 4-door
It doesn't matter.
car, or
What's
just
the best car out there?
not a truck, but a car?
What's the best vehicle out there? Doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
You know which one it is for me?
What?
The one my butt feels the best in.
That's the best one right there.
It's the best one.
The one, the feel of the wheel too.
That's right. The one you put your butt in, you're comfortable. You kind of wiggle around. You look to the left, no blind spots. Look to the right, no blind spots. You got good visibility all the way around. It parks easy. It backs up easy. It fits in the garage well. It meets all your criteria for hauling, traveling, carrying family. That's the best one. Nobody builds a bad car right now. Nobody. Look at the warranties. Now you start looking at some of the wearable warranties that they're adding some of these lines of cars. And people say, well, that sure is a generic answer. And I've told the story where people drove 18 different vehicles. 18. Buick, Cadillac, Mercedes, Chevrolet, Ford. And I mean, they were driving vehicles because they were traveling across the United States. They were both retired. And they called me up and wanted me to meet them at IHOP in Irving on 183. And they come walking out, and I called them. I said, I am here. And both of them had on red breeches, a white shirt, and a red, like an English derby. And they went over and showed me their red Kia Soul. And they turned it on. It had the flashing speakers, and I am dying laughing. And they're going, we did the same thing. They were dressed for success, traveling the country in their red Kia Soul.
There you go.
And it was nowhere near in the realm
what they originally were seeking.
They started out with Cadillac.
Yeah. There you go.
And then they drove Mercedes, and then they drove this, and they drove that. I'm going, wow, isn't this impressive that they wound up with? And he goes, you're not going to believe it. And so he says, of all these cars out here, which one do you think's mine? And I'm sitting there, I'm scanning around going, okay, I'm looking for luxury. I'm looking for luxury. And I'm going, I got to tell you what, those are the coolest outfits, you two.
Yeah, right.
He said, we're ready to head to California and see the grandkids.
Awesome.
And they walk over, and I went, I just started laughing. We took a few pictures together. So here's the thing. You know what they said? It was incredible, the ride. The gas mileage was unbelievable. The acceleration was good. And they had fun driving the car.
There you go.
They sent me pictures when they went to California. In fact, they sent me pictures all the way to California. And it was just so cool. You never know. Then I had some people that were looking at Volkswagen. They said, hey, we're interested in Volkswagen Tiguan. Okay. They went out and drove it. They were dead set on the Volkswagen Tiguan. I was like, okay. They called me up and said, hey, guess what we bought? And there was a picture of a Porsche Panamera.
Oh, well, there you go.
$60,000 more. So, and when I asked them what was the deal, you know what? We just pulled in, figured, what the heck? Let's take a test drive. We keep our cars for a long time, and we decided you want something, a little this, little that. And I was like, holy cow, they bought a Porsche. I had a gentleman that was looking for a Honda Civic. Get this, a Honda Civic, and him and his wife and his son bought a new Tahoe.
Wow.
And you're going, time out, hang on just a minute here. You went to buy a Honda Civic, and you're driving a brand new Chevrolet Tahoe LS. So I tell people, get out, have fun, drive the vehicles. The feel of the wheel makes the deal. Open the doors, lay the seats down, drive in the conditions you're normally used to driving in. That's what determines what you should be buying. When you start looking at magazines and all these articles and go, wow, this had great safety ratings. It had great this, it had that. And I'm going, you know what? If I strictly went and buy that, I would think 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get to drive what I really want to drive. Because here's the thing, I test drive everything. There's not a product out there other than Ferrari, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Bentley. Well, I drove a Bentley recently. That I just don't go out and drive because I don't have people calling me for that. But I go out and test drive everything. And some of this stuff is a wow factor, like the Buick line. What a wow factor Buick's become. The Volvos, when Ty and I took those Volvos out the other day, we were both blown away by what that car would do. I mean, we're coming around that curve. I don't know where Duncan is, but we went around this curve at like 40 miles an hour, and we had no sway factor. I'm like, man, does this thing hug and grip the road? It meant my style of driving.
Right.
So, but I don't test drive. I don't get on the highway and go down it because you get that new car smell and everything's all grand. You go, wow, this is the one I want. That's not me. I want clarity. I want visibility. I want to be able to look around and
Comfortability.
everything looks good. And then I want a comfortable back seat. And I don't mean the back seat. I mean the back of my seat has to work. And so I've had some bad injuries to my back. And so I need lumbar support. I like cool seats. If not cool seats, I need heated seats. I need lumbar support. And so everybody has these all different quirks and everything. What I want isn't what Bo wants. And what Bo wants, I don't want. Could be.
Well, neither one of us want rear view. The screen.
Backup cameras.
Backup camera.
Couldn't care less.
Care less. They can take that out.
Yeah, how did we live without that? Especially with country squire station wagons.
Well, we've just got to a place where everybody screams bloody murder when some accident happens, and it changes the
It's
whole.
always the manufacturer's fault because
Always.
you weren't paying attention.
Always.
Always somebody else's fault. But spend the time. How many imports would I buy? A bunch. How many domestics would I buy? A bunch. And realize that a lot of what you are considering imports are actually built here in the United States of America, assembled here. So have fun test driving. And here's the cool thing. We can set all that up for you. I love it when you, the listener, we send you to a dealership and you have a list of vehicles and then you buy something completely unexpected. And it doesn't upset me. I'm going, I can't believe it. I helped you and you went and bought B.
Something else.
That doesn't matter. I think it's great. The pictures and stuff I get. I saw one of them bought this yellow Corvette. They were out looking for a sports car, and they drove the BMW, and they drove the Mercedes, and they drove the convertibles, and they were import. We drove the Audi. We just, and next thing you know, check this out, and it's a yellow Corvette. I was dying laughing. I said, hey, we appreciate all your hard work. We'd like to make a donation to your adopted teacher, but guess what we bought? I went, kudos to you. And so I always joke, said, hey, I'll drive it for the first week and break it in. And actually, I got a yes on that one.
How about that?
Hey, we know you've had Corvettes before. Come drive
Oh,
it.
yeah. They must be smoking something.
Yeah. So anyway, the feel of the wheel makes the deal. Go spend the time driving because you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised that you say, well, you know, this is the most reliable car. This one had the highest ratings, and you go and drive it. And is that really what it's all about? But who rated it? Who gave it the stars? And what did they say about it? Because when you read the articles on these cars, if you'll mark out the adjective and adverbs and all the descriptive words on it, there's not much left.
Well, the other thing, too, is that it's not a good time in our generation of how cars are being made to just be tunnel vision. Like I'm just buying a blah, blah, blah. And I bought that for the last 10 cars.
Right.
And you just don't know what you're missing. Now, that doesn't mean that you go back to buying that after you've tried some other vehicles, but just kind of get it out there to where you have a shot at looking at something else.
Live today, Chris Volvo, 121 at the Tollway. Come on out. There's plenty of people here, and there's a reason why. Quick break. We'll be right back.
So I guess you're going to be seeing the crazy soccer game again today, huh?
No.
Your Pat Melinda's on her way.
Yeah.
Oh, is that kind of an early game?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's only 45 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a good thing, isn't it?
It's so funny. When they're not on the field, they just run over and sit with their parents.
Oh, that's funny.
It's hilarious. Or there's a tent, for the team. But my grandson, he runs over and says that I got a water bottle ready for him or a snack or something. And then they go, okay, subs. And then the kids come running back out, and the other kids run with their parents. And then the coach walks to the field, subs. Kids come running back out. It's adorable.
Is that 4-year-olds?
5
5
and 6.
Okay.
And so he made a goal, and he goes, touchdown. He runs over the sideline. I made a touchdown. Yes, you did.
That's right.
One of the kids, he kicked it in the wrong goal, and he's running around cheering, and all the other kids are looking, what is he so happy about?
Well, that's something I can't do. I can't coach that. Well, I don't know nothing about soccer anyway, so I might be a good soccer coach.
You know what I like?
I might be okay with them going to the wrong goal, but man, when you know something about a particular sport.
You know what's hysterical is listening to the parents that are diehard. And so they have a 5-year-old kid over there going, okay, here's what you need to do. Next time when you get in
yeah. Like,
that kid couldn't give 2 flips.
No, and not even understanding a word they're saying.
Yeah.
It takes a lot longer than 5-year-olds to get started. You know, the activity, they might understand a little bit about the activity, but you're 2 or 3 years away from getting where
There's one dad, his kid touches the ball and he's already up and running down the side of the field and hooting and hollering. That kid couldn't care less. So he kicked it in the wrong goal, and you hear that go, "What are you doing?" I'm like, he's 5.
difference does it make?
He's 5 years old. Who cares?
You got a goal.
The coaches are on the field.
Right.
Leave them alone.
Right.
And if they score a goal, get just as excited as they
Well,
are.
I guarantee that kid will be out of sports by the time he's 10 with a
Oh.
parent like that. They will drive them right out of the sports industry. I've seen it.
Oh,
I've seen it all the lot of times I've coached Graham and all these good dads get out there and hard asses on them. Just drilling them about everything all the time.
trying to live their dreams through their
That's
kids.
what they're trying to do.
They couldn't make it, or something happened where they couldn't complete it. You know, I had a buddy of mine. I started coaching with him, and I started listening to him, and I went, "Buddy, I'm out of here." I said, "You can keep the sponsor money. I can't do this." What are you doing?
I'm looking for my guy. I want to show Purple Haze. We brought it. Anyway, go ahead. Keep talking. I was listening.
Yeah, it's not my deal. That I hear the way some of these guys coach. Most of them shouldn't be coaching, especially football. When you watch their style and what they're doing, they're not benefiting the children at all. They're just, I don't know what they're doing out
the
there.
problem is they're going to run them out instead of running them in.
Yeah.
That they get tired of it. And I know one guy that was that way, and the kids, the older son and the second son down a year or two, a couple of years younger, they both were extremely talented, very talented. They gave up.
Yep.
By the time they get to late, middle school or first part of high school, they don't want nothing to do with it. They're done.
Yep. I had a buddy. He boy, it's hot. I'll bring a fan next time. Just keep that on there. He finally got to college and he quit, and he had to call me. He says, "Hey, could you come pick me
Yeah, I
up?"
remember that story.
And
God, his dad was burnt. Didn't even speak to him for a while, right?
5 years.
Holy cow!
He
That's
goes,
just
"Man,
insane.
It's too much."
That's
And, you know,
insane.
And the abuse on the bodies now, when you're not working with these, you're not giving them a break. And I hear some
year-round
dads,
everything. Year-round baseball.
time off puts them behind.
Year-round basketball.
Mhm.
Year-round football. Like, it's year-round whatever sport they play.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs. Hey, next Saturday, we are live at El Dorado Chevrolet. It is the annual Guns and Hoses Barbecue and Car Show, and this is one of the licensed events. So some of the best guys and gals are going to be out there smoking their meat. And so you want to come on out, whether it's chicken or sausage or beef. I'm going to tell you what, it is part of their circuit. But the bottom line is all the proceeds goes to the Guns and Hoses Foundation, which we've been helping for many, many, many years. My son's old football coach, he actually played in the football game at Cowboy Stadium between the police department and the fire department. And it was absolutely incredible, the amount of people that come out and encourage, which we need to be doing, the firemen and the police officers. Because, I hear this defund and do this, whatever, but boy, when we need them, 911 seems to be really easy to call, and think they should be honored. And the ones that have sacrificed their lives or become disabled in whatever capacity, we need to honor these people 100%, 1,000%. So you have that opportunity next Saturday, El Dorado Chevrolet, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, 380 and 75. Come on out. Bo and I'll be there live from 8 to noon and support the Guns and Hoses Foundation and enjoy a great car show. There'll be several hundred cars out there, great barbecue, a great time to fellowship and thank our law enforcement and first responders. That's El Dorado Chevrolet next Saturday, the 18th. If you go to eldoradochevy.com, all the details for the barbecue are there, plus all their great specials.
And it should be sunny and mid to high 80s. It's going to be a nice day.
Yep,
So
beautiful day.
it's going to be one of the better days they've probably ever had, because we've been out there before when it's been nippy,
Yeah.
kind of chipper.
Yep.
But it'll be nice, 69 early in the morning, and then only up to 88 for the day. So it's probably going to be one of the better times to get out there and see this show. It'll be great. So
Yep.
don't miss it.
Let's see. I had some questions here that I need to get answered. Let me get to my notes here. I'm sorry. Well, I've already answered that one, but I'll go ahead and say, why are residuals important even if you're not leasing? Because it tells you the future of what's going on with your automobile based on condition of miles. It's the best gauge for people that, you finance a car for 5 years, knowing you're not going to keep it for 5 years like me. And you want to know what that, if you're a regular trader, the average trade cycle went from 42 to 47 months. And it's going to jump up again, is the fact that you want to know what the best value is going to be at that term.
So
24, 36, or 48.
That residual value is basically what the car taken care of properly, that car will be worth that at that end of the time.
Yeah, the percentages of MSRP.
Right, I got you.
What that vehicle is going to bring down the road in the future. And so it tells me a lot when I'm out buying vehicles, like the one that I just purchased has very good high resale value. So I know based on the condition and miles, it's going to do really well. Now, there are some specialty cars out there that the residuals are low. Let's say when I bought, I think, about 3 Challengers. And I bought the basic model and I put Krager's on it and custom leather, kind of made it mine, put Flowmaster exhaust on it. I just wanted this thing to look and sound good. And they brought all the money, but the residuals were low. It's not a car that you would want to lease because it was cheaper to buy a 60-month purchase than a 3-year lease. So there are cars out there, but there's a specialty line that been basically what you do to it without going crazy. I've never bought a truck and put lift kits and all the bars and lights and wheels and tires. So if you're doing that for you, that adds very little value, and that's a big thing where people get really upset because residuals are okay on trucks, some a little bit better than others, but it's the only vehicle that residuals don't matter. That's the only one is the line of pickup trucks in the United States that residuals don't matter because they're bringing, if they set the residual as 0, dealers don't care. They're going to put all the money in these trucks to have good trucks on their inventory.
But all of the bing, bang, a boom stuff put on it may not change. It may not bring what you think it's going to bring.
Yeah.
Because that is your liking. What turns you on to all that stuff you're putting on it. It's not necessarily going to turn anybody else on.
Yeah. I have a lot of people that say, well, I put 20 grand worth of stuff on. I'm like, well, yeah.
How did you enjoy it? How did you enjoy it? Because that's probably where it's going to stop, is in the enjoyment level.
It's always tough when you have that person say, hey, Kurt, you know what I put into my truck? I'm like, I can see. You know what that cost me? Yeah, probably full retail, baby. You know what these rims are worth? Well, that's another thing too. I've never, when I had vehicles that were custom, I'm going, did you check out the rims on this? You know what? Those kind of buyers know. When they walk up, I'm trying to think of the name of there was a set of black rims, and it had the stars on it. And I forgot what that brand was, but when people saw it, it was new. They're incredible. Remember Spreewells?
Yeah.
The wheels that spun?
Right.
That was the big deal. They were charging a fortune for them. Now,
can't give them away.
Then they came out with the one that had the stars on it, and people would walk up and they would go, bam, I'll take that. They loved the wheels on it. Now, it's not such a big deal. And there's a couple of companies out there that have bought up some dealerships and some properties and have all these trucks that are jazzed up and jacked up and all the goodies on it. That is a very special segmented market. And realize that when you go to trade it in, the dealer doesn't get all warm and fuzzies.
Right.
I had a truck the other day that, with everything that he did to this 3/4 ton, he had 120 grand in it.
Wow.
And the dad, we appraised it, and I said, the truck's worth 86. And the kid was leaving to go overseas, and they had to get rid of the truck. And their payoff on it was 127.
Ugh.
And he goes, what do I do? I said, I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Mm.
And the payment was unbelievable, but he lived on base, had no bills.
Maybe they could refinance it for.
No, Nobody,
Well,
no bank was going to refinance
for that
thing.
because the bank is not going to cover that.
Oh,
They'll
no.
finance 88,000, but not
Yeah.
120.
Yeah, so the dad wound up pulling 46 grand out of pocket and getting rid of the truck.
Wow.
And so be careful what you do to a vehicle thinking that it's going to enhance it to create all the value. Good looking wheels and tires, if it's a legitimate wheel, meaning the rims, can have some value. I saw some the other day and I said, what are these? And I looked it up and it was just this spin-off Chinese wheel. And it was kind of cool looking, but it has no value. But when you look at some of your true forged wheels made here in the United States, big difference, totally, completely different. And so just be careful when you're doing that, because if it's a low residual vehicle and you figured, okay, well, there's not much value, I'm going to enhance it with all of this stuff. It's really for you. It's not for anyone. It could be for somebody else, but like I said, there's a butt for every seat. You just have to find the right butt. Real simple.
Put your lemonade, what do you call it?
You're eliminating.
Yeah, how many butts are going to be interested?
Yeah, 95% of the market.
Right.
You know, and you have to advertise it right. You have to get it out there right. And then a lot of those vehicles are sold on their own, and we know sometimes what can or can't happen when it comes to that. But the average dealer, when you pull up, they're going to book it out by the VIN number, and then they're going to look and say, okay, plus or minus, who did the lift kit? Is there a warranty on it? Is it just some cheap old aftermarket parts? What was done to it? I mean, there's some value, but nowhere near
what you put into it. Right, correct.
So they book it out without anything on it, and residuals mean everything at that point. So if you have a high residual vehicle and you did some ads on to it, you'll still be okay, but not the retail of what you did to it. And I can't tell people enough. Some of the best thing you can add to vehicle is leather. I add custom leather to everything I buy except for what I just bought because it's got nice leather in it. And then a good set of everything I put Krager's on, everybody knew what that was. And they're going, wow, where'd you get 20-inch Krager? I ordered them from Krager. And they knew the value of that wheel. So old school versus new school versus old add-on stuff to new add-on stuff. We just need to, weed through that and let you, the consumer, know that all of the stuff that you did to your vehicle really is not going to bring what you thought. So be sure to think about it. But then here again, some people, they load them up and they do everything and they don't care. And that's okay. But if you're going to do all that stuff, I will help you with something. Pay cash. Don't finance all that, because that's where you're going to get into a problem when you're putting add-ons on your car. All right, we got a break coming up, and then we're going to get things wrapped up. Remember, next Saturday, Guns and Hoses Barbecue and Car Show, Eldorado Chevrolet, 380 and 75. We're going to be there live. We want to thank Duncan and his staff, the managing partner here, for having us out here at CrestVolvoCars.com. That's CrestVolvoCars.com, 121 on the tollway, and come out and enjoy the experience of a Volvo. And a lot of people say, isn't that Highland Park soccer mom's vehicle? I'm sure it is. But I'm going to tell you what, there's not one of the Volvos out here that I wouldn't be an owner for. I'm telling you, these are some very unique experience ride drives. So come on out and just test drive. It didn't cost you anything. Just come out and go, hey, I heard that guy yakking on the radio. Let's check it out and see what it'll do. That's CrestVolvoCars.com. Quick break. We'll get things wrapped up here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, we learned a lesson about this here, didn't we?
Yeah. Plus, you got to be burning up.
I am hot. What's nicest when I got here? That's the whole problem, is it?
For me, I don't. The only thing I do is leather, and then if it's they don't make the Challengers anymore. So, or the Mustangs, I would do leather and wheels. The Corvette, you really don't need to do anything. That's the last two American muscle cars. But other than that, leave it alone. Spraying bed liners, leather, side steps on a truck, all a plus. Anything else is just for you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So is lift kits a plus? As long as it's not like up in the air from 90 feet.
It's really no big deal.
Doesn't
here
change.
Again,
and you're not going to get the value. You're not going to get more for that vehicle for it, right?
Well, you got to be careful when you're a dealer and you're buying a lift kit. Was it a home done lift?
our
who
dealers.
did the lift, what parts were put on it. You know, you have to spend a little bit more time looking at, you know, did it affect the suspension? How well was it applied? There's other factors when you're putting lift kits and stuff on a vehicle. I would never buy one. If I was going to do a lift kit, it would be me buying the vehicle and doing my own, finding the right company to do it. But to buy somebody else's add-ons like that.
Well, a lot of the dealerships do that now, don't they?
Yeah. Well, they most of them have a company they source it out to.
But the good thing about it is they kind of stand behind it.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I would rather do that if I'm buying the vehicle from them. I'd rather add that to it if I wanted that, so that they know that I know where it came from.
You know, you know, people say, well, you pay more. Yeah, but what is the mindset?
Well, if you have an issue, you know where to go with it, and you know they're going to be there.
Yeah, and if you're going to trade it, what a better place with the add-ons to take it back to place that
they,
did the add-ons.
They know you. They did it there too.
Yeah, 100%.
So you know, you may not get full value for the lift kit, but you're probably going to get a lot more than you would if it was a third party doing it.
100%. I always tell people, if you're going to do the accessories, pay a little bit more, and that way you don't have to worry about warranty. And then if you really like the truck and you want to do one, you're going to bring more money from the dealer that did the accessories than Joe Bag of Donuts. Not take anything away. There's a lot of great companies out there. I got a couple of buddies that own custom shops that do all the work, and they would be the first place I would take it to if that was in my wheelhouse. But I don't get the lift kits and the big wheels and tires. I think it makes way too much noise.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, they don't even
all.
look that great to me. For the most part, they're too far out wide from the truck and all that. And I'm like, I mean, I do like bigger. I mean, your tires are more for riding, and I would like a little bigger, like a bigger tire.
Well, on that tire, I had all seasons put on it.
Okay, and
the reason being is I'm not taking it off road, even though it is a 4x4.
Right.
But I like I don't have any road noise coming through. And so like when Ralph bought his truck, he goes, buddy, this thing's terrible. I said, well, you got off-road tires. Right. He goes, you know, he just didn't buy into it.
Back live in 25 seconds.
But then I said, hey, pull up a Tundra with all-season tires on it. We got that. We're driving down the road. He goes, holy cow. Tires make all the difference.
Well, we know that for sure.
Yeah, and so for me, they had the one that had the I forgot what they called it, the off-road, but it wasn't a true off-road. It was both. And I went, nope, I want an all-season tire on there. And he goes, what do you mean? And we drove it. He goes, holy. And this is a salesman.
Right. He was stocked too, huh?
The quietness is more important to me than the off-road.
Yeah. Abracadabra.
214-787-1190 is the number. Once again, want to thank Duncan for having us. He's the managing partner here at CrestVolvoCars.com, 121 The Tollway. Now through the end of the month is your chance to sign and drive with a new Volvo SUV lease. They have the sign and drive now through October 31st. Pick the qualifying XC40, B5, XC60, EX30, EX40, or the EX90 for the sign and lease drive. Plus, there's low APRs available, 1.99 financing on the EX40, the 2026 XC40, XC60, and XC90 for qualified buyers. 5 or more available on approved credit through Volvo Cars Financial Services, plus TTNL license and $225 doc fee, and expires at the end of the month. See CrestVolvoCars.com. That's CrestVolvoCars.com for the units and more details and other specials. And experience, you know, stop with what used to be and what was to what is now and test drive. I can't tell so many people. You know what's funny is when somebody else buys a car, a buddy, a friend, or a relative, and they call me and go, man, I wish I would have drove that car. Man, Bo showed up. We took a drive, and I was like, holy cow, I should have driven that car. Don't fall short of experience all the great things that a lot of these automobiles for 2025, 2026.
Well, I was kind of saying that a while ago when people get tunnel vision about what they've had in the past. Like I've had this X vehicle model the last 3 cars I bought. And you just go, I call the dealer and I'm going, I want that, blah, 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 because I've had it for the last 3 cars. You're doing yourself kind of a disjustice. You know, you might end up buying that car again, but check out some other things. You might find out that butt, your butt might fit a little better than something else.
Yep. And hey, our newest sponsor, I-20 in Wheatland, Freeman Honda. Dane Miner and I got together and I says, hey, I asked people look for Hondas. And he says, well, hey, why don't you tell them to come see Freeman Honda, I-20 in Wheatland, great selection. And when I walked in there, it was amazing. I saw one of my salespeople from 20 years ago.
Wow.
That worked with me at David McDavid selling cars at now Freeman Honda.
Wow.
I-20 Wheatland. If you go to freemanhonda.com, that's freemanhonda.com. They got a ton of specials going on with Honda right now. And I saw Mike Allen when I walked in. I was like, he had a gray beard. I had a little bit of gray in my beard. We gave each other a hug. It was so good to see him. Mike Allen at Freeman Honda, I-20 in Wheatland. They will not be undersold, and they're not going to miss you on a Honda deal. Our newest sponsor, Freeman Honda, I-20 in Wheatland, and see my buddy Mike Allen. He's about laid back. I don't think I've ever seen him move fast, and everybody loved him when we worked together. When Mr. McDavid owned the dealership, he sold it. We all kind of dispersed, but Mike lives down that area, and he loves Honda. And he's been at Freeman Honda for 20 years. That's freemanhonda.com. So next Saturday, it's Eldorado Chevrolet, 75 and 380 Guns and Hoses barbecue cook-off and car show. Bo and I will be there, and we'd love you to come out and support.
It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. I mean, they're talking about only a high of 88, and that's would be at the hottest part of the day. And the car show starts about 10? To 2.
Yeah, all the judging. Yeah, it ends at 2 o'clock. All the judging, and there's all the smokers and everything, and the food are going to be going for a long time because then they got to hand out all the awards.
So you can imagine, if it's the hottest part of the day, it's usually about 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So that's only going to be 88. So it's going to be a beautiful day out there next Saturday. So y'all, plan on coming out. You'll see some fantastic vehicles. These car shows are great. Check out all the cooking and more importantly, let's support our first responders.
That's right. You see them with their shirts and hats on. Go up and thank them. A lot of times we just need them in an emergency, but remember when things are going bad, they're rushing in while you're rushing out.
Yep.
And they don't look back. And so they're going to be there to help you. And we want to always say thank you. And to the ones that are wounded and unable to work because they sacrificed whatever happened to them for you, whether you're listening or not, we've all needed them at some time, and we'll continue to need them. So come out and support the Guns and Hoses Foundation, Eldorado Chevrolet. In the meantime, up to $16,000 off a Chevy Silverado.
Also, remember to like and share our broadcast on our social media sites on Facebook at the Automotive Edge Radio Show Facebook page, LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, and also YouTube. That's youtube.com/@the Automotive Edge. And these are archive shows. So if they missed it today, let them know, hey, go check it out and see what you can see on there. And then like and share the broadcast too.
No doubt about it. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And remember, if you have an automotive need, you don't have to go anywhere except for online to theautomotiveedge.com. My cell number is on there also. And give me a call. This is a great time for everybody that thinks you're going to get the greatest deal in December, which I don't know with the 2025s that are out there right now, or a 2026 Silverado, that you're going to get a better deal. Because once the inventory, they put these massive discounts and incentives and leases on it, and the inventory starts to dwindle, there's no need to do it anymore. And don't believe for 1 minute that the end of December, the tax man cometh for the dealership. That is such a false thing. What the dealers have to do is turn their inventory as often as they can so they're not paying interest on it. And when you got millions of dollars of inventory, you're concerned about turning it every day, not the last week of the month. It's a wise tale, and it's a big facade that's been put up for you, the consumer, to believe in. Your deals are now.
What I found out that's not their end of the year anyway.
Nope.
it's our end of the year as a human being and moving from 25 to 26. But usually the end of the years for the car manufacturers is not even that.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
you're missing it if you think that's the case.
Yeah, it used to be, that everybody would put, all right, we're trying to be the tax man, we're blowing everything off. Well, let me just tell you, this October, I haven't seen the discounts this big. Plus, we're back down to 0 APR on 80% of everything that's out there being sold, whether it's 36 or 72 months, depending on the manufacturer. Great time to buy used cars at all-time high. So, Duncan, thanks again for having us out here. VolvoCars.com, ChristVolvoCars.com. That's ChristVolvoCars.com, 121 the tollway. Let them know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and experience your test drive. I'm telling you, it's a great selling point. Remember, turn off those electronics, get reconnected, tell that person you love them, and it will make a difference in your life now. Bo?
Yes, and y'all be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend here in North Texas. It's going to be very, very beautiful. Until next Saturday, just be safe and show your love to your others.